Testing. Yeah, the coom's over, boys. Can't have that PS2 start up without this. Well, controller's working. Oh yeah, the PS1. Oh my god, just hits me in the feels every time. Okay, boys. This is Silent Hill 4. Let's go to the options. Can we turn off that annoying sound while we chat for a little bit? Okay, so recently, let's go even further back. I'm a pretty big fan of Silent Hill. I love these games a lot. I talk about them endlessly. I shit up everyone else's streams. Oh yeah, I am an addict for that Silent Hill. Game and mic sound great. All right, fantastic. Yeah, so. Oh yeah, crack and sip over that PS1. Oh, I'm gonna hear that when I get my school shit and all my employment shit out of the way. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VII again. Oh my god, so good. But yeah, I'm a big Silent Hill fan. Have been ever since I discovered the series, specifically the first three. And recently, I put out a video talking about why I specifically do not like Silent Hill 4. It's gone over okay. I think people seeing it usually are kind of okay with what I'm saying. And only one dislike, so that's all right. I phrased it in a pretty respectful way, I think. I was fair. I was honest. I tried to look at all the positives of the game and keep a level head with the whole thing. We're not going to do that today. This isn't me trying to be a level head. This is me just going to be screaming at things I don't like. So we're going to have a lot of fun doing that. Well, no need for bullshit. Let's start. Now, I could do hard, but this is a sponsored stream by Jack Daniels, so I'm not sure if hard's a good idea at this point. You guys let me know. I don't really care either way. I'm tempted to do normal just so we can get through this as painlessly as possible, but I don't even know. Alright, so it's kicking in. It's not as bitter as it used to be. Ah, boy. Yeah, I'm feeling normal. Fuck it. Dave, I am not legally able to drive. Yeah, exactly, Hart. It was 2 years ago that Henry Townshend moved into room 302, South Ashfield Heights, an apartment building in the medium-sized city of Ashfield. Henry was happy and enjoying his new life. Remember that fucking line for a second. We're going to talk about that in a bit here. But 5 days ago, something strange happened. He began to have a recurring dream each night. One other thing. He couldn't leave room 302. Hey guys. This game's like our quarantine situation right now, am I right? Oh my god, so topical. Fucking sick of seeing those goddamn memes. Fucking idiots just posting. Oh my god, it's so topical! Fuck you. Alright, let's start. This is admittedly one of the more interesting ways. This is sort of a riff on how Silent Hill 1 and 3 started their games, and we'll talk about that more in a bit here, because I was going to say up front here, this is a full spoiler playthrough. I don't give a fuck about spoilers. I will tell you right now, we're not playing as the main character of the game right now. We're playing as a character we're going to see later who is a victim of the serial killer villain. And I guess it's Ghost or some shit. I don't... This game's timeline's fucking bizarre. We're going to touch on how fucking awful this game's translation and writing is. Okay, not translation. Oh my god, I'm scared, screams. Hey, how's it going, Walter? We're going to be taking the piss out of this game a little bit, because I'm not in the mood for being pleasant. So let's examine things in this room. What's up? What's with this room? Insightful. It's covered in blood and rust. just like every other game in this franchise. This is my room, but what the hell has happened to it? Admittedly, I will give credit where credit is due. I'm not an unfair man. This is decent setup. If you don't know the build-up. Yes, actually, Dave. In this opening, you were supposed to be playing as the previous tenant who is a victim of Walter. And there's a little ambiguity over what's going on. And we're going to get to why that's stupid in a second here. How's it going, Bob? I'm just screaming and yelling right now. But it's Corona. Oh, Jesus Christ, it really open, isn't it? I was out in public today. I had to buy stuff at the store. It was fucking terrifying, man. Like, people are wiping down the machines the second someone's done. Like, they're all terrified. But this, excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ, I hit a little harder. Sorry, didn't mean to say that. Don't say that name wrong. But, yeah, that's it. Yahoo's phone. Well, we're going to have that moment in a second here. But, yeah, we're just looking at this fucking wall texture for 5 minutes. I'm an amazing streamer. But let's go out. Yeah, you're not actually playing as the main character of this game, Henry Townsend, who the narration spoke about. And we can find that out by going over here. And we're going to see a picture of Henry right here. And if you examine it, this room, is it really my room? It's in terrible shape. They're so heavy. My head hurts. I haven't left Nevada in over a month. Good shit. I should have been more careful to quarantine myself, but I had to go get stuff today. And I have to run every day because I'm obsessed. Yeah, alright, here we go. Who is this guy? Okay, so right off the bat, we know that we're not actually playing as the main character of this game, the guy who's in all the promo material. It's pretty interesting detail. I like this. Where'd this big TV come from? I thought I had a record player here. I need a record player. I got some good shit I need to start playing. Hey, wall texture. Creepy. Looks like a face. So we're going to talk about one of the things that I don't like about Silent Hill 4, and I mentioned this in the review, is that visually, look at this other one. It's just kind of like... I think the problem is that you're seeing it up close, and you can kind of just see that that's a really... Oh, there we go. That's just kind of a weird texture. It doesn't quite look right when you put it up close, because in the old games, whenever you saw something like this, you wouldn't actually see it up close. See it from an angle, see it from a distance. They're a little more careful with spacing. This one is because of the first-person perspective, which I respect the experiment, but whatever. Who are all these people? This is actually kind of interesting. These are supposed to be the victims of Walter. I don't know. Yeah, 21 people. Can't be. Why are they here? It's supposed to be like Walter's idea, the 21 Sacraments or whatever, which is the name of his murder spree. But we'll find out that in due time. Now here's where we're going to get to the stupid bit of this opening. Oh, we stuttering. Oh boy. Oh, that looks awful. Oh yeah, baby. Like, just compare the corruption texture in this to the one in Silent Hill 3. Absolutely fucking embarrassing. Yeah, that's another thing, Dave, is why is Henry's photo there? Is there some sort of fucking prophecy? But there's not. Because, like, Henry has nothing to do with anything. He's completely fucking irrelevant, and then the whole point is that he just sort of bought this place. And, as I'll bring up again, the opening narration from a third-person monologue said that Henry was happy while living there. Keep that in mind. We'll talk about that in a bit. Okay, so this is our narrator man or character dude getting murdered by a ghost. Here's the problem with this. Walter murders by hand. The serial killer antagonist of the game, Walter Sullivan, who wants to kill 21 people in a ritual killing to rebirth his mom or whatever. He kills by hand in almost every case. Is the implication here that the victim there that we were playing as, Joseph Schreiber? Was he killed by the ghost? But then Walter didn't kill him. Does that count towards the ritual sacrifice? How does that work? Who knows? There's a lot of who knows. We're gonna be saying that a lot. Next time you're leaving in 3 days, you have to get, second round spawn shots. Well, I'm just raising this glass to you, my friend. Hope it goes well, Jonathan. I genuinely mean this. Like, I really hope, you've been talking about the back stuff for a while, and I really hope that this round at least gives some respite to it. Hey, Wes, how you doing? We're just starting. We're pointing out stupid things in the plot already. Oh boy. Yeah, Wes has self-completed his dinner. Nah, we're literally just starting, man.
Oh, man. What a dream.
Walter gave the ghost Corona and then gave it to Joseph. Murder by proxy. Yeah, fuck it. Sure, why not? But that's what I'm saying. The problem with, like, the laws of it is... Okay, so the rules of Walter's murders are, like, really hard and fast, where it seems like he has to murder most of his victims by hand, but did he murder Joseph there with a ghost? Does he control the ghosts? So why doesn't he kill more people with the ghost? Does that count? Yeah, we're gonna peep on Eileen's fat ass all day, boy. Oh yeah, boy. You fucking know it. Alright, let's look at this picture here. It's that lake in Silent Hill. Toluca Lake, you fucking idiot. I went sightseeing there a few years ago. I like this photo because it really captures the beauty and tranquility of the trees and the lake there. I put this up here on the wall right after I moved here. Yeah, tranquility, like fucking 100 people died there. Idiot. Yeah, it's not a 360 game. This is the tail end of the PS2 lifecycle. And, this cutscene's so fucking terrible. Oh my god. The phone doesn't work. Oh no. Let's slowly linger on this phone. And then slowly put it down. And then slowly turn around. And walk away.
Hello?
Help me.
What?
Oh my fucking god.
The cord's cut.
Like, couldn't you have played this at like double the fucking speed or something? And not have them slowly be like, oh my god, the cord is cut, bro! And then linger on it for like 5 minutes. Like, the pacing of the cutscenes in this game is another thing. I didn't talk about this in the review, but it's very... I know, like, these are supposed to be slow burn games, but... Holy fuck, that was so delayed. Yeah, have any sort of reaction to anything outside of... The cord's cut. What the hell? Yeah, exactly. And just comparing to the phone call scene for Silent Hill 3, which... If we ever get around to playing Silent Hill 3, I'm going to scream about for like 5 minutes, because that phone call scene's actually really brilliant. Like, it's actually very intelligently written. And do I mean murder by hand? I don't mean like barehanded. No, I mean like Walter himself was involved in all the murders. Like, in all the original murders, like, he either shot his victims or like really quickly stabbed them and then did shit with the body, which we'll talk a little bit later about what that kind of implies about his character, whether or not I think that was intentional. But let's just get this cutscene out of the way. Yeah, I'd fucking believe that, Dave. I'd fucking believe that in a second. 5 days ago, that's when I first had the nightmare. I haven't been able to get out of my room since then. The phone doesn't work, the TV doesn't work, I can't even get anybody to fucking, I don't even care. My whole world has suddenly turned insane. Got flipped turned upside down, so just take a minute, sit right there, and explain to me how you became the prince of a town called Bel Air. Yeah, how am I gonna get out of here? Oh no. Don't go out, Walter. What the hell?
What the hell?
He used to that fucking line. He says it all
What's
the time.
going on here?
Yeah. Except the high school part. You know what, Sticky Rick? Fair enough. I'm not in a position where I can judge people's vices because... Okay, great. So right now we're playing, and it looks like that's supposed to be Eileen out there.
Before the party.
But for whatever reason, my game's saying, nah, fam, you can't see anything. You're not allowed. Okay, so I do agree, like, the modeling is pretty decent for the apartment. But I don't know. Like, I think my biggest issue with Silent Hill 4 is it's so drab. I might reset it. I save my game and reset it, and we'll see what happens. But whatever. But like, I don't know. It's like it's visually drab. It's very lifeless, and I suppose like you could argue that's intentional for the apartment. But my issue with it is the entire game is kind of like gray and drab. Fuck you. I know how to use an item box. Fuck you. But the entire game is like really drab and lifeless, kind of like lacking a lot of details. And when you especially compare it to Silent Hill 2 and 3, it really comes across as half-baked. Which, to be fair, this game was half-baked. This game was rushed out the door. Whatever. Let's read this. Mommy, why won't you wake up or whatever? Yeah, why doesn't you wake up? Oh my god, scary. Little kid Walter sliding things under here, like, whatever. We'll have a lot of time to rant about how fucking ridiculous the entire premise of the room is his mom is. Oh, there's Lady of the Hour. God, those character models outside are bad. Look at that guy running down the street. Look at that lady speed walking and that kid running. My god, that looks bad. Are you going down, Cynthia? I don't want to look at this anymore. Make up your mind, woman. Thank you. There we go, finally. We kind of look out. Yeah, the clipping. We see two people getting into a domestic dispute over there. Okay, so one detail I do like is if you look across from here, you can actually see this guy. This game is rushed out the door, just like how Henry wants to rush out of his apartment. It's art! Yeah, it's art. I'm wrong. I'm clearly mistaken. This game is underappreciated and genius. Fucking hell. But, yeah, so that's another character we'll see later, or we might not see because the people isn't working, but... that's Richard Braintree. He is currently peeping into our apartment because he's kind of a scumbag. They're doing the left. Is he bashing his head into a wall, or is there like on the left windowsill? Is there another person like he's trying to like here's Johnny and bash into that room? And then we got just that lady down there. Right? I guess that's a lady. I can't really tell. Just kind of questioning whether or not she's made the right choices in her career, in her life. Which, granted, I'm kind of doing that myself right now, but maybe he is getting the suck. Well, we got a guy down there, like he's on cloud 9 right now, like oh yeah, I love it. Whatever he's doing, he's having a great time. Nani? What was that? Well, I mean, I got a page to read first, so. Look at that, scrap paper for some book. Man, this thing looks like it was written ages ago, and you just found it now. Which, granted, it's like magic. I understand that. I'm doing, whatever. That's a stupid thing to complain about. Silent Hill 1 to 3 did dumber shit than that. He looked like he was doing Sims animation. Yeah, fucking hell. Nothing can come close to Silent Hill 2 in terms of graphic quality when it comes to PS2 games. That is true. That's a fair point. I would argue Silent Hill 2, which was almost a launch title. It came out in 2001. It's like Silent Hill 2 is like twice the game this is visually. just from like visuals, art direction standpoint, it is head and shoulders above the competition, and that's my biggest problem with this one. Is it's even in the art direction category, it is a massive step backwards. I'm not the biggest graphics whore in the world. Like we're talking about Final Fantasy earlier. I like the look of Final Fantasy VII. I'm still charmed by that, mostly because I think the game's got a pretty good art style. So it works within its limits. This just looks boring and like lifeless, especially in comparison to the 3 that came before. And we're gonna see more of that when we actually get into the other world, which I think is the biggest disappointment. Like, I said this in the review, but this is the first one that the series art director, Masahiro Ito, did not work on in any degree, and it really fucking shows. Alright, so, through the ritual of the Holy Assumption, he built a world. It exists in a space separate from the world of our Lord. More accurately, it is within, yet without, the Lord's world. Unlike the world of our Lord, it is a world in extreme flux. Unexpected doors or walls, moving floors, odd creatures, a world only he can control. Anyone swallowed up by that world will live there for eternity, undying. They will haunt that realm as a spirit. How can our Lord forgive such an abomination? This part of the book is too damaged to read. It is important to travel lightly in that world. He who carries too heavy a burden will regret it. So yeah, this is basically just your tutorial for shit's gonna be fucked, and you better use that item box. So let's save the game, and let's actually look at some things around the apartment first. It's a photo of me as a kid, and then when I graduated from high school. Yeah, so he has nothing else to say. All right, we'll talk about it later, but it's the Henry is depressed / Henry has anxiety reading. I really don't like. I think it's ridiculous, and we're going to kind of pick apart all the holes in it. What if the room is making him stupid? What if the room is making him stupid? These are the questions that only our Lord and Savior, Joseph Anderson, will ask. I would love to see him play this game and justify it. Knowing him, he'd probably say it's like the best one or some shit. Yeah, Frank Sunderland, the superhero of South Ashfield Heights. So Frank Sunderland gave our boy Henry here. Yeah, James, if you didn't know this, Wes, James Sunderland's dad is a character in this game. And if you keep examining the photos after every chapter, you'll get different descriptions. And one of them specifically mentions that James and his wife went missing in Silent Hill a number of years back, and which is admittedly kind of interesting. It's like, okay, what does that imply as the ending? Whatever. It's kind of cool. It's a nice little nod. It's not offensive. The fact that it's like it barely relates Silent Hill 2 at all, I like. It's fine. There's a photo of the outside of South Ashfield Heights. I was immediately attracted by the outside of the building, as well as the view from the window here. When I moved here 2 years ago, I almost felt like I was being drawn in. So I guess like some people use that as justification. Like, I felt like I was being drawn in. Being like, oh, he was supernaturally attracted here. Make of that what you will. Yeah, I clapped. I clapped when I recognized that name. Fuck. Yeah, watch Anderson. Fucking love this game. Yeah, so I beat, that's my fucking old save file. Let's just go to the top. Yeah, bam. Already like 13 minutes on the file. Jesus Christ, this is slow man hours. Okay, so we're gonna try and reload this, and we're gonna see what happens there. Hopefully the people works, and if it doesn't, well, tough titty. All right. Yeah. Even still, like so I have some opinions about the possible endings that. Yeah, Anderson's video makes me stupid too, man. Makes me stupid with rage. God damn. God damn. All right, so let's go to PCX2. Boot full. Alright, and we'll put game capture. And there we go. Yeah, like the impotent rage of Henry Townsend. That's what I got, buddy. Alright, Well, you gotta coom again. You gotta do it 7 times a day, man. Well, you're hoping for tough titties? Well,
Well, I've got a story for you, silly boy. I'm all tough and ready to go with isolation.
alright, so we're gonna pretend that I didn't say that at all. We're gonna go examine the door over here. Wes was asking earlier why the locks don't work. It's magic. That's it. It's fucking magic. Alright, does it work? No. Okay, well. We're in this together, folks. Don't worry. Do. Oh my god. Okay, so admittedly the mirror reflection there is very nice. Like, you know, there's effort there. Too bad that there's no mirror reflection if you actually do it in game, but whatever. Oh my god, there's a hole.
Somebody in there?
There's a hole. It's terrifying. I don't know, like, even just the framing of
Wonder if I
this.
can get out this way.
Like, the camera angles are just shot from really bizarre positions. Like, why from the corner of the toilet was I looking up at Henry? It doesn't even look that good. Like, the side angle was the best shot. Why didn't it just stay steady there or kind of like pan around? Yeah, remember when there was like a Silent Hill 2 hole and it was gone now? But the hole's right here, dude! Silent Hill 4. It's like fucking linked, bro. Hey Max, how you doing? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's like, oh my god, this is like a game where you can't go outside during like quarantine. I fucking clapped. Yeah, hashtag relatable. Yeah. Okay, Wes. When the tax return comes in, I'm telling you, I'm promising you, I'll get the Elgato and we'll suffer through win back together. It's gonna be great. Well, take your time there, Henry. What do I think about the Silent Hill 4 is unfairly hard on purpose to reflect the situation? In theory, I think it's complete horseshit. I think this game is not unfairly hard. I think it just promotes bullshit tactics and cheesing. I think the emphasis on combat in a game where it actually reduces the combat options available to you is ridiculous, considering that most fights you could avoid in Silent Hill 1 to 3, especially 3 to, you had far more options. And yet here you are in Silent Hill 4. Yeah, I saw the Ragnarok's video. I like Ragnarok's. I respect Ragnarok's. I think like, he makes great content. I think he is so up his own ass on Silent Hill 4 is unbearable. Like, the whole idea that they made the game bad on purpose is just the silliest shit. It's like, no, they didn't make the game bad on purpose. They specifically said in interviews that the ambition of Silent Hill 4 was to have more of an, they say, and I forget the quote, but I was doing this during my Silent Hill history video, where they said, and I quote, Silent Hill 4 was intended to bring in like an action audience. They wanted to have like a more action-oriented game. And I think they specifically list like something like Doom 3 during that game's development as a possible like rival or competitor, which is fucking hilarious to think about in hindsight, but the idea that they made it bad on purpose is just outright incorrect. They specifically made it more combat-oriented because they wanted to have more of an action focus to appeal to a wider audience or some shit. The entire idea that they made it bad on purpose is a joke. It is a complete joke. It's completely disingenuous, if I'm being perfectly fucking honest with you. Like, the entire... Yeah, what the hell? There we go. One thing too is that I didn't bring this up in the review, but there's less options in the menu. Like, let's go to options, right? What are you not seeing here for options? Let's turn subtitles on. But what are you not seeing here? I can tell you what you're not seeing here as an option. You're not seeing control option. Silent Hill 2 and 3 gave you the option to change around your controls a little bit. Most specifically, the ability to change between tank controls and analog controls. The Silent Hill 4 doesn't have that. It only has the analog controls. Yes, I would like to change that option. Thank you. But my problem isn't that. My problem is that Henry's turn radius is so big and so clumsy. Yeah, at least he's not screaming. Like, well, I don't know. Like, Yick is worse because it's longer. That's all I'm going to say. But his turn radius is much bigger than the analog control of Silent Hill 2 and 3. Where it's like, it's kind of awkward, and then when you get into the combat stance, that's when the real shit starts. We'll show that in a second here. And then we'll talk about what I was talking about earlier, is look at how drab this entire environment is. Let's check the map here. It's a hallway. We'll look at the map again in a bit here, but we got a character to meet. But first... locked on the other side. Huh. I sure hope I don't have to come back here. Yeah, exactly. Silent Hill 1 had control options. This game has none. This game's taken out combat options, which we'll get to in a second. It's taken out control options. It's just taken out more shit than it gives.
Who are you?
Here, Cynthia. How you going, Cynthia?
What's your name?
Yeah, Cynthia! What the hell is going on? I am the main character!
Henry. And you?
God, Eek is such a disaster.
This is my dream, and you don't even know my
I will
name.
say one thing, the character animations are
It's
still
simple.
quite good in this game. They're very expressive for the most
dream.
part. So I gotta give credit where credit's due. It's still
That's
quite
right.
good. Yeah.
This is just a dream.
Mommy?
And a really terrible one, too.
No, Cynthia's not the mommy.
I wake up soon.
Eileen's the mommy. Just ask the main
So you
villain in
think
this
this is a
game who
dream,
gets his
huh?
rocks off at a cut and open chick's
Well,
uterus.
if it's not a dream,
We'll get to that.
what is it? Anyway, I want to get out of here, but I can't find
Is
the
this the Dark Souls of Silent Hills? Fuck it, yeah. It's
Say.
Dark Souls, baby.
Will you help me find it?
Do you wanna fuck
I'm
Henry?
kind of scared all alone.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
I'll do a
I'd fuck me
special
so
favor
hard.
for you later. It's just a dream, so I might as well have some fun.
Yep, so we can probably tell that Cynthia is quite loose in the nether regions, in case the game didn't make that obvious enough. And like, let's just kind of ignore the fact that the one Latin character in this game is a massive slut. The one Latin character in this entire series is a massive slut. Like, let's listen to him for a second. Oh, Henry. Henry. Your sick moves. I can't control myself. Oh. The opposite direction now. My God. I'm impressed. Alright, let's move. Later. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a step down for Silent Hill 3, but this entire game is a step down for Silent Hill 3. It's to be expected. Yeah, we designed her to be plump with a nice fat ass. I cannot believe that's a
Wait a
fucking
minute.
quote from the actual art director.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Cynthia's had a bad night. No, girl. Come back. It's okay. We'll be fine. I like how he doesn't go in because it'd be too impolite. It's the girls' washroom. Ignore the fact that you're in a nightmare hellscape. Yeah, we've all been there, right, lads? More times than I care to admit. I mean, granted, this isn't, like, personal. Well, okay, so Dave says it's fine. You know what, Dave? It's okay. Yeah, who can resist Henry's luscious good look and charms? Alright, so here's another thing. Art direction. Look at these dog enemies. What are they? Moldy dog that make panther noises. Let's compare that to every other dog in the franchise. Like, we got Skinless Dog in Silent Hill 1. Kind of generic, but whatever. Then we got the Silent Hill 3 dogs, which are like these weird split down the middle pit bulls. and they're like held together with tape, and there's like symbolic reference of two heads becoming one body. It's so good, man. God, Silent Hill 3 is so good. So as you can see, that's kind of ineffectual. This is effectual. Just hold and kaboom! In case you couldn't tell, I'm invincible during that swing. Now here's the problem with this entire game's combat system. That's it. You are a fool if you do anything else except for the infinite charge, because you were invincible during that animation. Oh man. Because with this, you got the 3-hit combo, but there's no advantage to doing that. The only advantage is to save up and mash so you can get a bit of a stun, so you can hold at the same time, and then get the infinite one right there. And then you do have a dodge mechanic. You can do that. You can do that. But the thing is, like, there's a half-second input delay between you doing it and the action dodge coming out. And I don't know. Alright. Oh no, girl, where you at? I don't think anyone's in there. Well, she's disappeared. Let's go through the hole. Where could this crazy hole lead to? Let's enter the hole. Yeah, it's the panther sound effect. Why are dogs making panther noises? Public domain panther noises. Yeah, she had a good night and a bad next day. Fucking hell. Bob, I'm not gonna repeat that because that's kind of vile, but that's pretty fucking funny. Oh no, kitty. What are you doing, buddy?
What?
What's up? Okay, give me a second here, dude. Okay, I just gotta let my cat out. I'll be back in a second here.
It seems so real. Or could it be? Was I really inside that woman's dream? Oh, that's just stupid. What am I thinking?
Good monsters. I'd have to disagree again if I'm kind of being honest. Like, I think there's one passable enemy, and that is the twin victim, and that's because it's the one everyone points to. Because like, let's actually look at what are the other monster designs in Silent Hill 4. Okay, we got Chimpanzee Man. We have Moldy Dog. We have Bug. We have Wall Man. We'll get to the fucking Wall Man in a second here. My fucking god. We'll get to the Wall Man. But then we got the ghosts, and the ghosts just look like guys. Except for like the boss ghosts. And the only boss ghost that has kind of interesting visual thing going on are Jasper, because he's on fire all the time, like he's the human torch. And you got Richard, who does kind of this weird dance thing. Which, admittedly, that's kind of visually interesting. I do like that. But outside of that, like, you got the twin victim, which is admittedly an interesting design. And then you got what I think is the only other good design is the magician, the final boss of the game. I like the final boss. That's a great design. That's phenomenal. That's the best design in the game, if I'm being blunt. But everything else, I don't know. Like, Walt, I like Walter's design fine, but this game has a kind of a design problem I'll get to later. We see more of the characters, but let's look at these examine paintings. This is a photo of the church I ran across while visiting Silent Hill. For some reason, I was really attracted by the way it looks, so I took a picture. Interesting thing of note for lore, this is the Vulcan Church from Silent Hill 1, where Harry Mason met the main villain of that game, Dahlia Gillespie. It's kind of cool, I like that. It's a photo of the lighthouse near the lake in Silent Hill, which is probably the lighthouse that was also in Silent Hill 1. It feels a little bit lonely for a tourist town, but it's a nice place to relax and heal your soul. It's just a quick shot I took in downtown Silent Hill. It's a nice tourist town about a half-day's drive from here. So I think literally the only connection Henry has to this franchise as a whole is that he likes Silent Hill as a tourist town, which is like fine, but Henry isn't enough of a character. That's my biggest problem with him, is that he's not enough of a character for me to like, remotely give a shit about anything that's going on with him. Nani? Is this the fat ass that we are destined to gaze upon? Yeah, exactly. Like, they probably had that burp sound effect in as a joke. Who knows? Yeah, let's straighten this out. So here's where we're going to get to the first problem with Ragnarok's video as a whole. Because our buddy here, Walter, our good friend here, brought up Ragnaroks, and I was kind of going off on Ragnaroks for a bit. Which, again, like, that he's a much better content creator than I am. He has much better writing, much better production qualities. He's better at what he does than I am. But I'm gonna criticize that Silent Hill 4 video because I think he is so disingenuous throughout that entire thing, and everything he says is inconsistent with the evidence and context that we have in the game. And this is the number one part. So let's move this. How you doing, Default? I'm just ranting about Silent Hill 4 because I've made wrong choices in my life, and here I am. Who could have done it? Okay, so here's the thing. Henry didn't know about this hole. Henry did not know about this hole. Keep that in mind. There's a pistol on the floor. Will you take the pistol? Yes, I will. Bam, 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 bam. Now, we're going to put that back in a second here because the real smart boys don't use the pistol until much later. It's a message carved in here. It looks like they used an ice pick or something. The faint hope I had is slowly changing to despair. I've somehow managed to tunnel this far, but no matter what I do, I can't get any farther. The hallway, the windows, the walls... It feels like this room is stuck in another dimension. Eileen never noticed. So, as we talked about earlier, the man who lived in this apartment beforehand, because this is a full spoiler playthrough for new people joining, that's just what it is, was a guy named Joseph Schreiber. He's a journalist, and he was going through the same crap that Henry's going through with the apartment locking him in, shit going crazy, yada, yada, yada. He dug this hole. He dug this hole to try to escape and peek on his neighbor saying, hey, help me, you know? That's the key distinction here. And we're going to see why in a second here. Let's, not waste any time. Let's get to what everybody wants to see. That nice, fat ass. Scary noises. Yeah, I'd agree. The level design is pretty rough. I kind of like the apartment at the end because it's doing the Silent Hill thing of taking a real location and making a video game level out of it. I like that. That's a good touch. So that's the one that'll get past.
Damn broom.
Where did you put the broom, girl? How you doing?
There it is.
What's up, girl? Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Robbie. That's Robbie the rabbit. That texture to the far right we're not supposed to see. Ignore it. But it's a phone. I thought the cord was cut. Oh my god. Actually, first things first, what we should do is go to the item box. Because for strategy, you want to take this gun and you want to put it away. And you never want to touch it again. That's simple. You don't want to touch it until about the second half of the game. That's when I say it's fair to touch. No, we don't want to go there yet. Not yet. We don't. No. We'll go back to the hell world in a second here. Don't worry.
Where did you go?
Hey, Cynthia.
Hurry! Save me! If you need a token, there's one here.
Thanks. Alright, well. Away we go. And through the hole we shall go. How does she know your number? Magic. Fucking magic. So this is kind of cool, I guess. It's like Cynthia's statue, but it's got a coin. Oh my god, is that a motherfucking David Lynch reference? love David Lynch, bro. I love him so much. The lighting's pretty weird. They removed the dynamic lighting, but I think the new lighting can work. I think it's fine. I think, especially if you compare the lighting of Silent Hill 4 to the lighting of many other games of the period, and basically like almost every other survival horror game of the period, the lighting's fine. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. It works. I can't complain about it. And I can complain about a lot, believe me, but I think my number one issue and our complaint is that it's just painted on textures. And away we go. Fuck you, dogs. Later. Oh my fucking god, you're kidding me. Okay, so in case people... Alright, we'll kill this place. So there's supposed to be a thing here. There's supposed to be like a big thing here. That's why I'm running into nothing. There's like a big wormy thing. I don't know why the texture's not showing up, but... We'll kill these dog boys. Oh no, I missed. Oh no. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, there was a wormy thing here. It's gone now. That is the greedy worm. It's supposed to represent the terror of foreskin removal because it's actually an erect penis. And what happened, right? What happened was the main villain of this game was circumcised by the cult at a young age. And, you know, he wasn't consenting to this because he was a baby, right? So what happened is the trauma was so great, he became a serial killer. And everywhere in the nightmare world is representative of the horror of American evil that is circumcision. Wake up. So if anyone hasn't, if anyone's taken me seriously, well, like, you're an idiot, but if anyone hasn't looked into the lore of that one admin on the Silent Hill wiki having a nervous breakdown about male circumcision or some shit, you gotta do yourself a favor. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, we'll have more circumcision lore as we go, don't worry. Nothing. Darn. Yeah, that Wang video is fucking hilarious. So yeah, speaking of level design, it's a 90-degree angle. That's the level. Like, let's compare this to the subway of Silent Hill 3, which had like multiple floors, multiple different pathways, yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. Let's get this coin. Let's go to the fucking turnstile. Blah 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 blah. There we go. I did it, everybody. I did it. I defeated the horror of the Silent Hill. I'm the man. So, speaking of terrible art direction, here's a ghost. My god, these cutscenes are ugly. They look like some terrible attempt to recreate a Nine Inch Nails music video. So here's the ghost. I hate the ghosts. You wanna know why I hate the ghosts? Because they look like garbage. They're just guys. And they do proximity damage. Isn't that fun? Isn't that everyone's favorite thing ever? It's filled with some kind of weird stuff, whatever. Is there seriously nothing down here? Of course. Yeah, everyone's favorite damage. Proximity damage. They don't even have to hit you. Look at how slow. Look at how fucking pathetically slow those assholes are. They're not gonna hit me. And they know they're not gonna hit me. They know intentionally by design. That's why they made them poison enemies. How's it going? Yeah, it's get fucked damage. Oh, but they're spooky, man. They look like Gary's Mod character models. We'll look at one in a second here.
Hurry, help me.
Do your rant so I can move. Whatever, nerd. I'm gone. I'm outie. I'll help you later when I feel like it, Baka. Yeah, they float. They all float down here. So you can definitely kind of see where the shadows... Would they be scarier if they're T-posing? Honest to God, I'm not gonna go that far. Like, T-posing would just be... That would be so much worse, but... Like, this ain't better. Alright. Yes, I'll press the button. Bam, I did it. I did it, everybody. They're floating menacingly. Alright, where's the ghost? Come on, spawn, you son of a bitch. There you are. Look at this. Really get a good look at this thing. Oh, wait. Is there one behind me? Oh, no! Oh, no! It's floating towards me. It looks like it's getting dragged along in a character model animator. It's awful. Just awful. Come on, Cynthia. Cynthia, for fuck's sake. Come on. Come on, sweetie. We gotta go. Follow me through here, please. Thank you very much. So here we walk through Hellraiser. So see, there's semen on the floor, right? Because it's a serial killer and it's scary. Squishy, squishy. Icky, gross. Never forget that the main villain of this game is a fucking sex criminal. Let's not forget that, folks. Do. Can I read the newspaper? Nah, that'd be cool. No lore details in this game. We'll get to the writing in a bit here, but when there's some actual lore shit, we'll talk about the writing. Massive step down as far as I'm concerned. Not the translation. I want to stress that. The translation for this game is fantastic. Localization, I should actually say. Oh, look, it's a mannequin. It's a mannequin, boy. Mannequins are scary. Henry gets a headache the way the player gets a headache. It's genius. Yeah, this subway car hates fat people. I mean, granted. This was made by the Japanese, so we all know their stance on that. So, yeah, anything that could produce this much coom, I'd be terrified of. That's fair. I'd like to think I haven't produced this much in my entire lifetime, but, you know, I can't be confident when I say that. Alright, well, let's go around here. Do. Let's run up here, get some bullets. Later, girl. Okay, so there's... Oh, never mind, you're still here. Fuck. Yes, we all know the stance of the Japanese subway, fat people in the Japanese subway cars. We all know this. This is common knowledge. So another problem with this game. Ammo does not stack. You know, Wes, I would too like a stat screen on how much I have come in my life. It'd probably be less than I expected, honestly. Like, I don't know if it would be as much as I think it would be. So I'm thinking a pretty bad number. Oh no, Cynthia's gone. Oh no. Oh my god. Cynthia. Well, back to the apartment. Whee! Come on. Christ, it's been almost an hour and I haven't even beaten the first level. This is not a good pace. We have 10 more of these to go. Alright, let's go. Do. Can we look out now? Can we look out yet? Nope. Yeah. So that's just Eileen sweeping. She's sweeping. Let's look in her room again. Alright, so we'll talk. Oh, no, I don't want to fucking read this. No, please. No. Thank you. Yeah, the high school years would be fucking rough. And I'd like to think I'm better now, but let's be for real, I'm probably fucking not. I'm probably not. Let's be real. Oh well. Oh well. Oh shit. Buffering? 1 second here. I certainly hope it's not buffering, but, looks like it's fine on my end. I'm not seeing any interruptions, so I'm not quite sure if it's good or not, but we're going to do our level best and just continue, I suppose. Oh, it's fine? Okay, yeah, my bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, just put the bullets away. We're not going to touch that till the exact moments I need it, but I was going to talk about the whole Henry is a pervert reading and why it's dumb. Henry's been trapped in this room for like 5 days at this point, okay? So he's a little on edge, he's a little desperate. Then he sees a hole, right? A hole to someone right there. Someone who could potentially help him out. She's not here right now, but you know what I mean. He doesn't express any erotic interest in Eileen, because he doesn't express any character interest. I'll fucking get to that later. He has no history of it. The conversation we'll see later with Eileen and what's his name? Eileen, another character named Richard, says, okay, it's fine. I'm just not interested. I know him around, but we never talk, or something like that, she says about Henry. So it's like, and Henry didn't dig this hole. Henry just had that here. It was out of place. He was like, oh, that's weird. Let me move it. And he found this supernatural hole because we're in hell magic or whatever. And the guy who got murdered here before him, who went through the same chained up door routine of, that, he went and he tried to dig this hole. And this is as far as he can get. He sees a hole within a hole. He sees a hole within a hole, and I suppose any hole is a goal. It's not, kids. Don't be promiscuous, because, venereal disease is real, and it just leaves you empty on the inside. This has been Life Talk with One Doomed Game Critic. Tune in next time when I talk about... I don't fucking know, man. Did Henry rent the apartment furnished? I don't fucking know. Yeah, I was like, I'm guessing the hole wasn't here because it's like a magic hole or whatever. That's my guess, if I had to guess, is that it wasn't there when he moved in. That hole being where the director's brain was supposed to be fucking burned. You want to know the sad part, Dave? You want to know who directed this game? The guy who directed Silent Hill 2. How? I don't know. Like, this entire thing is just like... The development of Silent Hill 4, that was the hardest part of that video I made when I was talking about the making of this franchise. There's so little in the way of details we have about it, man. We don't know what happened. This game came out a year after Silent Hill 3. Allegedly, it was in development around the time Silent Hill 3 started. Allegedly, it was supposed to be another Silent Hill game. Allegedly, it was supposed to be an original IP. No one... And the same people who have given the same interviews with the same question have given different answers across different interviews. So we have no idea what the development of this game was actually like, why it was rushed out the door, why it's a Silent Hill game at all, because this has no reason to be a fucking Silent Hill game, etc. Like, this entire game's development is this gigantic question mark. Let's get more bullets. Bam, there we go. Unlock, that's kind of useless, but whatever. Oh, here we go. Run away from the ghosts. And I took damage from that. Yep. Intentional. This game's made intentionally frustrating on purpose. It's fucking art. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. 1 minute. 1 minute. Get over here. Gotcha. Go. Yeah, we made it wrong on purpose, everyone. So there was supposed to be a big worm here too, but you can only see kind of like the little foreskin end. Oh well. So this part I like here. 1 second.
I found the exit. Come to the turnstile. Henry, I found the exit. Come to the turnstile. Hurry! Hurry! It's him! He's coming!
I like that. And we'll see more of it later, but the way it builds up Walter as an antagonist, I actually think is quite well done. Oh, I'm dying. Oh no. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Jesus, take the wheel. Alright, let's go up and do the worst part of the entire game. Well, yeah, Walter's coming, alright. He's gonna be coming all over that Latina butt. Oh, Lord. So we're gonna get to the worst part of the game right here. These things right here. Anyone who ever makes the argument that this game was designed frustrating on purpose because it's supposed to be symbolic, I just want him to beat this game on hard. I want him to beat it on hard in one sitting and then tell me it's not poorly designed in my face. Come on. Fuck. Fuck. Go. There we go. Yeah. The dogs hate escalators, just like real dogs. It's realistic, bro. I might die here. I mean, they... Fuck. There we go. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm fucked. I might actually die here. Look at that! How did that miss? And how did that one not hit me? Look at that! I'm gonna fucking die. Oh god, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Okay, fuck. No! God damn it! This is it! This is the most tense moment of the playthrough. Okay. Okay, no more. First try. Hell yeah, there we go. Oh god. There's fucking dogs around here. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it, man. I am a fucking god gamer, boys. Alright, let's see what we got here. Women's makeup items are scattered on the ground. These must be Cynthia's. But why would Cynthia have that? Plate on the door. Move the plate. You got the temptation placard. Okay, so I talked about... well, I'll read chat in a second here. Yeah, Dave. This was the moment when I first played this game, too, where I got to that escalator, and I died the first time I played this game, and I started to question, and oh, no. Oh, Lord. Oh, geez. Oh, no. But I was said in my review, one of the points that I'm shocked nobody actually started to call me on. I'm glad that people kind of were okay with the point I made there, because it's a very touchy subject, and I try not to get into real world topics on my channel. Like, with exception, like the cat lady video, I talked about depression, anxiety, but I was doing that in a more subdued manner. I wasn't making a criticism of presentation. Whereas in Silent Hill 4, like, I criticized the way the female characters were portrayed. The two and only female characters in the game, with Eileen and Cynthia. And I stand by that. I completely stand by my criticism. It is weird and kind of creepy how these characters are portrayed. Cynthia gets I'll give Cynthia a little bit of a pass. Just because, like, there's at least an in-universe justification. Because in Walter Sullivan's murder spree, he needs victims to represent specific things. And the temptation victim is Cynthia because of the way she acts, and she has a history with Walter of basically like turning him down, and his kind of virgin male rage went to overdrive at being rejected. So, but at the very least, there's like an internal justification. Still doesn't make up for what we're going to see in a second here. So this is fucking grisly.
Are you okay?
Yep, she's A-okay. You gonna make it? Is she gonna make it, bros?
A dream, right? I think I drank too much last night.
Excuse me.
I never got to do that special favor for you.
Jeez.
I feel like I'm dying.
Was it her time of the month? I guess so.
It's just a dream.
So this is fucked up. So there's a lot of blood. Walter is canonically an incel. He really hates women. He has really bad mom issues. But for no reason, I'll add. For literally no justification. Like, he didn't even know his mom. And all his victims who are female got the most grisly shit, as we're seeing right here. Like Cynthia, there is a cartoonish amount of blood surrounding her, and the only thing that implies any wounds, like any laceration, is the carving on her chest. Everything else, like, that's blunt force trauma. And considering the blood on the cash register, I'm assuming that that's probably what he fucking used, was like just blunt items around the room and just smack. And the blood's all over her body, so he didn't stop at just like her head or anything. And she's lucid, so he clearly didn't aim to do that. I think that's a little much, especially considering that it's like, we canonically know that Walter Sullivan gets his jollies off when he's dissecting lady bodies. And I just want to stress that this game wants you to sympathize with this character. They go on and on about his tragic backstory, about how sympathetic Walter is, about how poor Whoopi never had a mommy and a daddy, and he was raised in a cult, and he drank leeches, yada, fucking yada. And it's like, we're supposed to sympathize with the guy who is like, I guarantee he was rock hard the whole time he was beating the shit out of Cynthia there. Assuming that he felt anything at all, because as we're going to see later, technically speaking, Walter Sullivan isn't even a character in the plot of the game in the present moment. He's a lore character, he's not a plot character, technically. We'll get to that. I agree, that's a great song. The one thing I cannot take away from this game is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is fantastic, across the board. This, I don't know if it's my favorite soundtrack of a Silent Hill game. It's vivisection when something's alive, but the thing that he was getting his rocks off on was not alive. We'll see that later on, let me tell you. Yeah, it's Akira Yamakako Karaoke. Akira Yamakaraoke. That's his name. Hey, my health's full. Hooray. Let's examine this again. So that's something I do like. This is actually that little bit of like Team Silent touch that was missing from a lot of this game. Is right here. There's so many weird stories about Silent Hill. But looking at this scenery, it's hard to believe that any of them are true. See, I like this. Like, if you actually examine the photos, Henry's reactions change. I really like that. That's nice. That's a nice touch. It's a photo of a Silent Hill church. It's just a quick snapshot, but if I stare at it, I feel like I'm being sucked in. Makes me feel so strange. Bad shit happened there, Henry. Bad shit. Raw shit. All right. There's a lighthouse near the lake in Silent Hill. There was an old amusement park by there. It was a nice sunny day when I snapped a shot in downtown Silent Hill. The air was so fresh, and I felt so good. It's ironic because like Silent Hill's like foggy. It's funny.
Hurry up and get that ambulance.
I like this.
Quit yapping and move her already. Damn, she's got numbers carved into her chest. I wonder if...
Okay, so the one thing that I will give this game in favor of its story, which to me is the biggest failing of Silent Hill 4. It's like, if you're going to get anything right, you had to get the story right. And it fucks it all up. But the one saving grace I will give it, the actual build-up to the mystery of Walter Sullivan is incredibly well done. Like, we're just getting slowly drip-fed details as we go along. Like, just enough. So far, we don't even have a name. We just have, he's coming. And we have police over talking on the radio about how this one's got numbers carved in her chest. Just in case, like, you're like me and you like playing without subtitles and you weren't told, like, given the big subtitle that just tells you, string of numbers, and just spells it out for you. I like that. Like, that's a good detail. But I digress. Hey, Elaine. How's it going, girl? You good? What's happening, baby? What's happening, baby? Go off screen. See what the fuck I care. Whatever, man. Now, let's put some items away. Alright. Put you away. Put you away. And... no, not put you away. Put you away. Or grab you. We need you for now. We need you, Pipe. But only for now. Alright, scrap of red paper. Let's read the red paper. Although the cult itself is gone, I'm sure the spirit of it is still alive. Right there. Okay, so this is why I kind of, like, impotently rage at Homecoming. Because, like, canonically, the cult is, like, fucking dead by the time that game takes place. So, and I was like, nope, it's alive and stronger than ever, bro. And it's like, I don't even know. Like, so much time spent thinking about Silent Hill 4 has me thinking about Homecoming in a more favorable light. Just because, like, I can just look at it as, like, a one-off action horror thing, and I still don't think it's great, or good very much, but you know what? At least it doesn't, like, frustrate me to the core the way 4 does. It's not the cult in Silent Hill, it's Shepherd's Glen. Fair enough. But like, no, like, it's in Silent Hill. Like, they're very explicit in Homecoming that's a Silent Hill cult still. It's kind of poopy. There's too many strange things happening in that town. Now, this is actually something Wes was talking about in the Discord, and I don't entirely agree, but I think the sentiment was very much appreciated by Team Silent themselves, because I think what Silent Hill 4 more than anything was an attempt to just finally kill off the cult plotline. And Wes talks about, like, saying that you could easily just turn Silent Hill into an anthology of spooky horror games, and it would be like kind of like the Twilight Zone of video games. And I completely agree with that. And I think that's what Silent Hill 4 largely was trying to do, was completely kill off the cult plotline. Because Silent Hill 3 ended it, and Silent Hill 4 explicitly says, cult's done. It's dead, it's dying, and the last, like, kind of pseudo victim, the game portrays him as a victim, but like the last element of it in a Walter Sullivan, he's dealt with in this game, and the good endings. So I think a lot of it was trying to, like, turn it into the more anthology style, and especially with the little details that we have about Silent Hill 5 and what Team Silent said before they got disbanded, and who knows what happened to their Silent Hill 5, but you know, whatever. I'm investigating 2 people. Or maybe I should say just one. I've just about discovered what's going on. April 8th. So these are notes written by Joseph Schreiber. He is the guy in the intro who got murked by the ghost in the apartment. And he was a journalist who was investigating Mr. Walter Sullivan, who is the main villain in this game. Okay, so that's enough exposition. Let's go save the fucking game and get out of here. Scary. Alright. So we're doing like an hour and a bit here. That's not the worst length, it's not the worst pace. We looked in there, let's look outside. Even if we can't see, we can probably still get like text, so. Nothing? Not gonna say anything? Okay, groovy. We're not gonna miss much, we're just gonna miss characters talking in the hall there. That's about it. Hopefully for the next stream, because we're not gonna finish the whole fucking thing tonight. No way in hell. But hopefully next time, we'll get something decent. The hole's getting bigger. Or the hole? I actually like that as a touch. I wish the game didn't point out the hole was getting bigger. I think it would have been more subtle if they just let it happen. But you know what? I like the touch. Every single time it gets a little bigger. And we'll see why later. It's pretty cool. I try to look for things to like. I don't like being negative all the time. Believe me. So let's just check on my stream status while I'm here. It's picking up. Stream's healthy. Alright, we're doing good. Doing great. Yeah, it's working. Also, just to point out, before someone points it out for me, yes, I notice every single time Henry wakes up in the world so far, he wakes up in the fetal position. I know, I've noticed. It's like, it's Walter as a child in the subway in the forest world, and as he grows up, he returns to like the prison world and so on. And in those worlds, Henry is no longer in the fetal position. He is now stretched and splayed out, like kind of like symbolically growing, so to speak. I get that. I know that. It's a cool detail, I guess. But the overall story is kind of a fucking mess, so I don't care. This writing. What does it mean? We're gonna get to this fucking writing in a second here. It's so fucking dumb. Well, not in a second. Probably like a while from now. This is gonna be a long one. This is probably gonna be a longer one. I'm gonna warn everyone right now. So there's a hole here for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it's there. If you want to go back. Hooray! Let's go. And there's bugs, my favorite enemy in the game. Yay! There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Fucking. There we go. Get digging. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, just gonna pick out the bullets, because we're gonna need these later, because we're gonna abuse the fuck out of the handgun at specific parts of the game. Anyone who calls them birds is wrong. Those things are bugs. Those things are fucking bugs, because like Silent Hill 1 and 2 have those exact enemy. It's called the Creeper. And the specific reason is that one of the effects of the local... Motherfucker. Alright, come on. Come on! Yeah, your friends are canonically idiots, because like there are bugs in Silent Hill 1, there are bugs in Silent Hill 2, there are bugs in Silent Hill the movie, there are bugs in Silent Hill Homecoming. They are fucking bugs. They're called creepers. Fucking bugs. Even if they are birds, they're fucking bugs. They make buzzing sounds. Birds have no relation to anything relating to Walter as a character. So even if they were birds, it doesn't make sense for them to be birds because they have no relation at all. And every other game in the series has bugs as those enemies. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Stop to the brake pedal engaged. There are all sorts of things scattered on the seat. Among the trash is scrap paper, something written on it. It's been a while since I came here to Silent Hill. Maybe I'll meet the devil this time. But whenever I come to a cool place like Silent Hill, I always get real thirsty. Jasper Geen. So Jasper's my favorite of the victims, if for the sole reason is that Jasper is me if I was a Silent Hill character. So you know what? I will give Jasper credit. Let's read this memo. Wait, hold up. Is that a motherfucking Minecraft reference with the creepers? Maybe you're onto something. Maybe this game is just Minecraft plagiarism. Maybe the entire series of Silent Hill just plagiarized Minecraft. Who knows? I think like we'll never actually know the answer to that. Okay, so Bob, alright, so I imagine you beat Doom, Bob. I won't, like, talk too much about, like, Doom, because, like, this is not a Doom spoiler stream, so I can't really talk much about it, but the final boss of Doom, I'll be honest right now with the Doom Eternal, I don't like any of the boss fights. I think Gladiator is the closest. Like, Gladiator is fine. I like the enemy itself. It's just, like, my problem with all the boss fights is their reliance on ads. And the final boss of Doom Eternal, like, if you have, what the hell is it called? If you have the Unmaker, it's not a problem. But even still, I didn't have the Unmaker for that boss fight, for the record. Like, I completely ignored all secrets for my first run. I just wanted to get through as fast as possible, because I'm an idiot. The parry mechanic. Okay, we'll have to talk about this later. I don't know what you mean by parry mechanic. There's a lot of little things in Doom Eternal I'm not a fan of. For the record, before anyone asks, Doom Eternal is great. Doom Eternal is awesome. It kicks ass. It's one of the best first-person shooters I've played from a AAA company in God knows how long. I think just the campaign alone, I think Eternal is better than 2016. With some caveats, if you like 2016, you'll probably like Eternal. If you didn't like 2016, you got no, there's no point. If you didn't like 2016, skip Eternal. It's more of the same. It's the same game, but way more. So, you know, avoid it. But, yeah, Eternal. Loose impressions right now. I'm workshopping something with some other guys right now for our thoughts on Doom Eternal, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, okay, Jonathan, I'm just gonna say something about Doom Eternal you're not gonna like right now. Every single boss fight has ads in Doom Eternal. It sucks. It makes every boss fight worse, except for one. Except for one. And, the one boss fight that has ads, it's only because it's required for that boss fight. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. Like, okay, hold up. Dave here, he fell asleep listening to me scream about Silent Hill and how Silent Hill 4 sucks and how Silent Hill's dead. And he was falling asleep, but the second I say Doom Eternal, he wakes up. God damn it. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't mean to be boring. Also, welcome, Slip. I'm sorry that you have to get ads for Trivago, but that's your fault for pirating the game. You gotta shill to Bethesda like I do. I'm not sure what that nosy guy meant when he said his home is the orphanage in the middle. The lake is northwest, so the opposite is southeast. The nosy guy said, well, another thing I don't understand. If you bring the dug-up key, you can't go back. Put it away somewhere before you return there. That's a puzzle solution, so yeah. Really clever writing, just fucking telling you in plain English what the solution to the puzzle is. I fucking love this game, it's so good. Is Predator that bad? Oh, hey, buddy. Here's me.
So you came to investigate this.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Too.
Fuck you up, doomed.
There was another guy here before, a real nosy.
Home run.
But I was the one who found the stone first. In the old days, the natives called
I'm just gonna
not
dab all over him.
They used it in a ceremony for talking with their dead ancestors, and now those guys are using it too. Call it the Mother Stone.
Mommy?
They're just up ahead in that weird building, operating some kind of crazy religious cult. They used to collect orphans and did things to them. Kind of gives you the chills, huh? Stone.
So, our friend Jasper here seems to be invincible to pipe swings. He's very strong. Mobimbi, I sand my nuts before I build my owl. You know what? Fair enough. The stutter is not annoying, and I like that. I like the idea of the stutter being like
ceremony.
he's like scared shitless because the lore is that two of Jasper's friends were already victims of Walter, and Jasper got away. So Jasper's basically just been scared shitless for years of that motherfucker's gonna come back and he's gonna get me. So I like that. And like he's obsessed with the occult, he's a loser, nobody likes him. He's my guy. I like Jasper. He's my kind of guy. If I was a Silent Hill character, I'd probably be Jasper. Noises! Oh yeah, check this out. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Alright, so let's just run past all these boys. Later. Yeah, that's another thing. The game decides when and when not to have cutscenes. Wish House. Oh. Silent Hill Smile Sports Society. Wish House. That was a Hope House in Silent Hill 3. They changed the name of it for whatever reason. That's the orphanage run by the cult. Okay, so this is actually an interesting detail of the writing. Is that Henry, as just like layman Henry, has knowledge of the cult's existence. The cult is public in Silent Hill. It's like a public story. People are familiar, like, oh, a cult operated at Silent Hill, and shit got fucked. Wait, hold on. Okay, Dave, okay, Slip, are you saying Dave is Henry and I'm Jasper? Because I'm not, like, against this reading, it's just a little weird. Like, why is Dave Henry? Because I'm Jasper. I'm fucking Jasper through and through, man. That's my guy right there. So, here we have the orphanage. It's locked. Of course it is. So I just want everyone to take a look at that sign right there. Just get a good look at that sign there. That is Comic Sans you are seeing. I did not edit that in the review. This is a live stream where you are seeing Comic Sans in Silent Hill 4. Anyone who complained about Comic Sans in the HD collection, that's fine. I understand that. But here it is, lo and behold, Comic Sans in the underrated masterpiece Silent Hill 4 that I'm wrong to criticize. I am clearly just too stupid to understand that Silent Hill 4 is actually a brilliant game. It's genius. Look at this Comic Sans. It's fucking brilliant. Anyway. Back to the apartment. Let's get our free refill on health. Yeah. Clearly I'm wrong. Clearly I'm in the wrong of that Comic Sans thing being stupid. No, it's my fault. I'm just being picky. That no good, impossible to please Silent Hill fan. You know. Yeah, a wooden sign just goes through your computer printer and they can perfectly get Comic Sans. That's how it fucking works. I'm an idiot. I never should have complained about that. So this is Frank Sunderland and Eileen talking to Henry.
There's something going on in this room.
What do you mean?
I heard
it's Richard.
Voices coming from inside there.
Okay, no, it's Richard and Eileen.
Richard, can you see anything from your window?
No. Everything looks pretty normal to me.
I wish we could see Richard because he's one of the funniest characters in the game.
What's he like anyway?
I know his name and face, but that's about it.
Well, I'm gonna go call the super.
God, Richard's hilarious. We're gonna see later. Richard is a fucking, he is a fucking original gangster. Let me tell you. Who would you be, Slip? You'd be Travis. You'd be Travis from Origins, the main character of that game. you'd go along with it at first, but you'd get super fed up with all the fucking shit. And you're also implied to maybe be a serial killer. I don't know. It's not clear. Alright, what can I put away? Put you away. Boom. Goodbye. Okay, so about Silent Hill, I played a survival horror game called Ecstatica. 1994. Okay, that's interesting. That's only a couple years after Alone in the Dark. The story is about a small town invaded by monsters, and all of a sudden it was because of a female medium who is in a coma. That's a good question, actually. So is that an inspiration for Silent Hill? I don't know, because this game lists its... If Bird acts up too much, I'll be James Sunderland. Well... Just a little thing about Travis, he may or may not murder women. We don't know. It's not clear, you know. Yeah, I put shit away. What am I doing? I haven't been drinking. I'm not too drunk for the wheel. Shut up. Alright, let's look in this hole again. Fuck you, Robbie. Sack of garbage. Who are you, Jonathan? I'd have to think on that, actually. Because there's only 2 characters in Silent Hill that I would be. If I was any character, I would be Silent Hill. I'd be Shattered Memories Harry, just because I run so much. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Okay, I am the Harry from Shattered Memories because I will fucking outpace every single monster. You ain't got shit on me, Silent Hill. Run your ass in the ground. But honestly, we'll get to it next year. Next year, we're going to do an actual in-depth playthrough of Silent Hill 2 with actual reading and actual lore and actual things. But when we do that, we'll talk about the character that I personally relate to the most in any of these games. So, we'll get to that. Okay, very round aesthetic, takes place during the Middle Ages. I think I know what you're talking about. Like, it's one that has werewolves in it, right? I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's just fucking... This is the map, everybody. It's gonna be like a fucking cross. Let's go. Hooray. Let's go this way. Let's just ignore all the enemies, because fuck them. Oh, whoa. I'm scared. Wait a minute. That is the wrong way. I'm an idiot. I'm a Dumbo. I've played this game before, I promise. I'm not lying. I didn't lie for the review. See, the thing is, Silent Hill 4 is not the kind of game where I just watched a Let's Play and said, I love Silent Hill 4, it's so underrated, it's such an underappreciated gem. Silent Hill 4 is such a masterpiece, and just watch a bunch of YouTube videos explaining the lore and shit, where the person explaining the lore just gives their own interpretation, which is littered with their own projection and shit. I'm not bitter, I'm not salty. Fuck you, birds. Now I'm calling them birds. They're bugs. You've never beaten Silent Hill 4? Do yourself a favor, don't. It's not worth it. How dare you. Sliff, you have not said Silent Hill 4. You have not said... Rick's like, I watched a review and a Let's Play, so I'm basically an authority on it. Well, you're watching a Let's Play right now, and you saw my review, which, thank you again. I'm actually very glad that people enjoyed that one. Like, okay, I'll get to talking about pre-Alone in the Dark in a second here. Sorry, pre-Resident Evil in a second here, but this sign doesn't have Comic Sans. This one doesn't. It's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, why does the Comic Sans sign? Fuck you, bugs. I'm running away. I'm gonna get my health item, I'm gonna leave. can't stop me. This train has already begun. Oh, this level's gonna suck on the replay, man. We'll get to that when we get there. I got fucking opinions on that. Son of 4. Maybe this is the way. Maybe. I don't know. I think. No, it's not. Fuck you. Go away. Go away, Panther Dogs. God, they look terrible. God, they look terrible. They sound terrible. Everything about them is terrible. All right, around this way. We gotta trigger a cutscene before we can do anything. It's my favorite thing ever. I love triggering cutscenes before I'm able to actually progress in the plot. It's my favorite fucking thing in the world. Okay, you know, I'm being an asshole. I shouldn't say that. Yeah. Earthbound fan, excited to play it for the first time. I mean, I can't really talk about Earthbound because I've only ever played it once, and I played it that one time when it came out on the Wii U Virtual Console, so I can't really be a dominant authority on that game, but... Hey, kid? You fucking ready? You fucking ready for the slam? The throwdown? The showdown? I don't even know how it's gonna go down?
Hey, little boy. What are you doing here?
Fucking cold fits. Hey, it's our guy, man of the hour.
Finally, the third revelation. Something's gonna happen. That nosy guy that was here, he said it too. Something big is gonna happen.
This guy.
Finally, it's gonna happen!
I'm so happy! Later, kid. Okay, so a lot of people, they think the voice actor for that guy, for Jasper there, is the same voice actor for a character from Silent Hill 3 named Vincent. It is confirmed not to be. Yeah, Ron Paul. It's happening! It's happening! Alright, a grave has been dug up here. On the bottom of the coffin are the numbers 11, 1, 21. Yeah, that line delivery is awful. And the biggest problem... Okay, so the biggest problem with Silent Hill 4 is I think this game actually has pretty good voice direction across the board. Except for the main character, who has the worst delivery and performance in the game, bar fucking none. It's awful. And it just makes him stand out like a red flag. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's only been an hour and a half, too. Like, we're not even making the worst progress. That sucks. Yeah, the small detail is, you can tell, there is a... on his shirt, he's wearing the logo of Samael, kind of one of the figures of the cult, Samael. So that's pretty cool. But we talked about the cult last time. Yeah, you gonna talk?
The door won't open.
Yeah, no shit.
That nosy guy gave me something really good. I could let you have it, but not for free.
Let's go.
I'm really thirsty. I'm so thirsty.
Yep.
Oh, chocolate. Oh, chocolate.
Okay, so this boy is just creaming his pants over chocolate. He wants a chocolate drink, so let's go. Where? A chocolate drink? Where on earth will I get that? I know, the apartment. Now we're gonna see, like, this is something like a lot of people who defend Silent Hill 4 will go on and fucking on about, is the clever puzzle design of, I gotta go back to the room and be like, find an item. It's so clever, my god. But when you actually boil it down, all the puzzles is, all the puzzles in this game are just the whole gimmick is okay. So if it isn't an item you can just pick up and place in the actual game world, all it is okay. What if I just go back to the apartment and look around for anything that's changed, any item I can pick up? Like, one second, I'll just go pick up a fucking item right here. This is much harder to control than it looks. It's hard to describe, but it's not using Halo controls is all I can say. Bam, chocolate milk, I did it. This game's a work of genius. Let's go check on Eileen. It's gone.
Hey, girl. You napping?
My god, her hips are accentuated. Yeah. They weren't kidding when they said big fat ass in that design. My lord. Okay. Monetizing their imagery for edgy kids. See, I don't think that's the case. I think it's more like a real life situation where, if you're familiar with Jonestown, after the Jonestown accident, what you got was the most common punchline you'd hear pundits talk about, which is like, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Which, for one thing, like, that's fucked up, because they're making fun of and just completely belittling the deaths of, like, 900 people. Just, they're just completely belittling their deaths. So, I don't know, man. Like, the Jonestown stuff, but the point I'm getting on with the Jonestown shit is you can buy merch of Jonestown, of like just Jim Jones, just like t-shirts, buttons of like it's the Kool-Aid Man, oh yeah, it's Jim Jones's face. It's like, you can do that in real life for real life cults. Like, you can buy like t-shirts of the leader of Heaven's Gate, Marshall Applewhite. You can buy like t-shirts of his face. So there's a market for that shit in real life. Yeah, people were dying to drink that Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid. God damn it, get it right. Everyone gets it wrong. It wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid. That was the brand they used because they couldn't afford Kool-Aid. I don't know. Like, it's a fucked up thing that happens in real life. I'm not surprised it's a fucked up thing that happens in a video game. I'm not gonna complain about that. Yeah, accident. Yeah, chicks dig serial killers. Like, just watch, like, the Ted Bundy shit. Like, you ever see how many groupies that guy had? You ever read a true crime blog on Tumblr? Chicks love it. Chicks love serial killers. It gets them all hot and bothered. It's their favorite thing ever. Well, you know what? The thing is, like, you're probably not even wrong. Cause, oh, Henry. You're freaking out a little bit, buddy. Let's just give him the chocolate milk. There we go. You're not even wrong, too, because, like, Homecoming's canon, so if the cult is around, man, so they probably are monetizing
awesome.
Shit. And I guess that's supposed to say, like,
Here,
Hades or something,
this.
which, if you're not familiar with the band, Bathory is the opening song, on their first album. And Bathory is an awesome band. Hades is an awesome song. I'm gonna post that in Discord later. That song's fucking slays, man. Let's go. We got a shovel. Let's go do another clever puzzle that everyone sucks off because, oh my god, it's a gimmick. I have to go back to the room. I clapped because I recognized the name of the game, the puzzle. Fuck. So I'm making chicken fettuccine. Oh fuck, the sauce is ruined? Oh, shit, man, sorry. That sucks. Yeah, that does confirm your knife for ruined. Fuck, man. Okay, so if you've heard that sound, we're gonna come back here in a second, but that sound is straight up copy-pasted from Silent Hill 3. That is an optional jump scare audio thing that you can hear in the roof of the Brookhaven Mental Hospital. Straight fucking lifted. Do not ask me why, it just was. I could go on and on. Yeah, the more loading screens I need to go through, the worse your puzzle is. I completely fucking agree. And I need to go through minimum 2. Fucking the key. I'm gonna leave. I try to leave. Oh no. It's all spooky and shit. I'm fucking scared. Dude, it's repeating. Dude, what if I do it again, though? Oh my god. I can't even, bro. This is just like PT. This is just like PT, bro. PT? PT. Do you guys remember PT? PT, bro. PT. So good. So scary. I cooned my pants, I think, PT. To our Lord and patron saint Hideo Kojima, who turned Silent Hill into a fucking UPS simulator. Because I know he would. Let's leave. Bye. See, I could get an item here. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You come out. There's a useless item over there. I'm not gonna pick it up. It's foggy, just like in Silent Hill, bro. I recognized it. Ah, man. What do I think of Puppet Combo Games? Are they the people who made, what the hell is it called? Babysitter Massacre? Are they people who made, like, Babysitter Bloodbath, Power Drill Massacre, those kind of games? If so, I don't think, like, they pump them out as fast as possible, so I respect the dedication to the Grindhouse aesthetic, but I don't care for them at all, if I'm being blunt. Let's look around. Is there anything new? No. Can't even look out there because the game, just PCX2 is telling me to fuck off. Hey girl. Hey girl. Wanna take off them shoes and show me a little show? Imagine. So let's go just go back, I guess. Overall, I don't think very highly of them. I guess, like, they're supposed to make Power Drill Massacre into something, like, an actual video game, rather than just, like, a run away from the Monster Slender thing, but they never really elaborated on it. I don't know, like, I think they're dedicated to that Grindhouse thing where they're throwing out as many little games as possible with the shitty aesthetic, which, you know, they gotta market, they're cornering it, fair enough, but I don't know. I've never particularly been invested in anything they make. And yeah, like, they don't make pre-rendered backgrounds. I would like to see. Yeah, that spooky noise that is straight up just lifted. It's just like, you know what? They just keep using it. Every time you pass through here, they're going to use that exact same screech. So what could have been just like a spooky noise you hear once and be like, oh, spooky things in the environment. Oh, jeez, I'm terrified. Instead, it becomes routine, because every single time you pass through here, you hear the exact same noise, the exact same trigger point. That feels like a mistake. Like, imagine if in Silent Hill 3, every single time you went through the, like, I don't know, like, the mirror room, it just repeated the scare. It would be stupid. Or, like, every single time, like, you pass through an area with a unique sound, it's just repeated. Like, why? Why would you repeat unique sounds? Like, yeah, okay, yeah, feet nauseous, I understand that, man, but look, I'm starved for comedy material here. I'm not a comedian, I'm trying my best here, folks. I'm trying, man. Like, cut me some slack. Ah, God. Alright, we wake up from the dream. Oh my god, because it's all a dream. And it's like dream logic and shit. I don't fucking know. Yeah, and again, I agree, Dave. Like, the fact that this is the best puzzle in the game, this is the one people point to. This is, like, just 4 loading screens and an item box is the best puzzle in the game. Like, look at that. I solved the puzzle. I did it, everybody. I'm the baddest man alive. Let's go. I'm a pro-ass gamer. Oh, boy. Let's go there. Yeah, I'm a historian, goddammit. I'm a historian for this one franchise that's fucking dead. That is so dead. Okay, no, Rick, like, it's admittedly, like, talking is quite difficult. That's one of the things with streaming is, like, it's quite difficult to talk and try to keep original content going for as long as you can. Because, oh man, let's just unlock the door here and get in. Bam, I did it. Fucking, let's walk in circles. Where you at, Jasper? Where you at, you loser? Where you at? And now he's just gonna slowly hobble over here. So we can use this time to talk. But yeah, it is quite difficult to say original things. Like, for instance, I just repeated myself by using that as my introduction. Like, that's kind of shitty. And you going somewhere, buddy? You moving, bro? You got them heroin addict scratches? Okay, later. You just following me? I'm not asking you to. Piss off. Yeah, if you're just having another trouble talking on a stream, just take a shot. We're 4 in right now, Slip, so I think I'm being pretty responsible tonight. But, you know, what can you do? This stream, once again, sponsored by Jack Daniels, the maker of pretty decent but otherwise overpriced bourbon. By Tennessee whiskey. Fuck off. But yeah, it's usually better if you have chat, and if you have chat to respond to, you can use that to kind of go off on tangents. And another thing is, like, if it's a game you have a lot to talk about, I have a lot to talk about with Silent Hill 4. I can go on for hours about Silent Hill 4. I can go on for hours about any Silent Hill game, including the ones I hate. Like, if we did a Downpour stream, that'd be fucking something else, wouldn't it? Let's read this fucking note. Scribble note. Have you found Alyssa yet? How is Walter's progress coming along? So, yeah, the only thing I can assume here is that this is supposed to be written by by Claudia Wolf, the main villain of Silent Hill 3, because specifically asking about Alyssa, despite the fact that Alyssa would have been fucked by the time Silent Hill 1 happened. Another thing is, like, this entire game just retcons Walter Sullivan into being the most important motherfucker in the universe. Being like, the cult was like because the cult was centered around Alyssa. That was the point, is that its most devout member was trying to birth the god and birth the god through her daughter. That's why Alyssa was so fucking important, is that she was basically just a baby machine. And yes, that is fucked up. It's intentionally fucked up. That's kind of the point of Silent Hill 1. And I thought it was tastefully handled there. But apparently no. Here we have the new OC Do Not Steal, Walter Sullivan, being the most important character in the fucking universe, where the entire cult's centered around him, including Claudia Wolf from Silent Hill 3, who gave no implication she gave a fuck about Walter. At any fucking point, there's no implication she cared. Whatever. And even if you say, oh, it's not Claudia, it's Dahlia, that's even worse. Dahlia was banking everything on her kid birthing God. The entire retcon of Walter's existence as a member of this cult, it's fucking dumb. It's dumb. It's stupid, and I hate it. Let's read this other note. It's falling apart and I can't even read most of the pages. Okay, so there's some chat popping up. That's my bad. I just ate a bowl of plain noodles and nice grilled chicken and just a pile of Parmesan cheese on it, like you're in a fucking college dorm. Yeah, buddy. You know, like, if you saw the kind of crap that I make when I cook food, and like, if you saw how I scramble eggs, for Christ's sake, like, you would be embarrassed for me. So, you know what? You guys got a leg up on me in the cooking department. I am absolutely a child. looking up how to cook glutinous rice because you got the wrong brand. It's soak for 4 hours. What the fuck, man? That sucks. Why would you have to do that? All right, so can always stay at the Silent Hill reboot, or it's not gonna happen. Okay, so I'm just gonna give my official stance on this right now because I'm just for the past what is it like going on 6 years now, 5.5, 6 years since PT was announced and then canceled almost after it. And yes, I agree, Crunchy is the correct answer. Crunchy is fantastic, but fuck, I can't even have peanut butter. I gotta go on a diet, man. I'm fucking, like, I'm not fat yet. I'm still, like, I still see my abs and my muscles and everything, but I'm, like, 210. Like, Christ, I'm huge. But, my stance on the Silent Hill whole rumor mill is that until I am given the game physically in my hands, it's not real. Because it was proven that even with announcements and trailers and demos, that these games can just be canceled like that. So it's not real until I am physically holding it in my hand. Or I guess like it's in my account, because I probably wouldn't get a console port for Silent Hill, whatever the hell, if it even comes out. But on top of it, like, I just don't think Konami's going to do it. I think the most likely rumor was the Silent Hill reboot directed by the Siren staff. Mostly just because of how successful Resident Evil 2 Remake was. You can't tell me they weren't thinking about kind of like cashing in on that. And that's only if the Sony rumor was true, which it's not. It's not at all. Sony would have said it was true. They need something for a PS5 announcement because so far they got fuck all. But yeah, like Silent Hill, until I am playing the game and I am loading it up, is a dead franchise. That's it. Like, I have nothing more to say on rumors or anything else. It's fucking dead. That's it. I don't care about rumors. Let's get back to Sticky Rick is my fucking man once again. Hell yes. Crunchy peanut butter, bananas, and wheat bread. Whole wheat bread, I actually, if you want something decent, whole wheat tortillas, if, obviously it's a little more difficult to get them now, but if you could get whole wheat tortillas with crunchy peanut butter and cut up a banana, and just make yourself a couple of those, like, that is a fucking power, that to me is fast food. Like, everyone's talking about, like, fast food, going to McDonald's and shit, no, that's fast food to me. That's my treat to myself. I love that stuff. Hell yeah, Dave's in our boat too. We got Chads in this chat. Alright, so let's read this. The second sign, God said, offer the blood of the 10 sinners and the white oil. Be then released from the bonds of the flesh and gain the power of heaven. From the darkness and void, bring forth gloom and gird thyself with despair for the giver of wisdom. The third sign, and God said, return to the source through sin's temptation, under the watchful eye of the demon. Wander alone in the formless chaos. Only then will the four atonements be in alignment. Boop. That's my text notification. I fucking love that sound so much. Sounds like someone's having a good time in here. Let's rest the source placard. Yeah, Source. Okay, I memorized this game. I'm smart. I'm not actually smart. I don't know if I'm smart. I'm doing an IQ test. I was supposed to get this done tomorrow, but then the plague happened, so it got put off. I was going to do a Mensa IQ test to see if I'm actually mentally retarded or not. Only time will tell. So, yeah, Jasper got his ass kicked. There's a YouTube critic who made Silent Hill videos back in the day, well before I ever made these. Dina from the Game Den, the Film Den, she made a review of Silent Hill 4, and she made an interesting point, is that, Walter's murders with the male victims are more grisly, but they're less hands-on.
A special news report.
Oh, it's not
In a
cool.
forest near
It's
Silent
like,
Hill,
oh
the
no,
burned
you
corpse
die in the
of a
dream, you die in
30-year-old
real
male
life.
was
It's like
discovered
Nightmare on
earlier
Elm Street,
today.
bro.
The police have ruled it a homicide and are investigating. The numbers 17121 were reportedly carved into the man's body.
What the fuck? The
Due to the marks on the victim,
16121 was
the police are
carved into
investigating
Cynthia,
possible links to the
bro.
Walter Sullivan
Fucking
case
deep
10
in
years
Walter
ago.
Sullivan. Name drop. Okay, that's cool. But how do I put this? Wow, what the fuck was I? Got it. Okay, so his murders of the male victims that we see in the game are less hands-on, but they're more gruesome. But like it's less involvement with him. Like we're gonna see here, it's there we saw it's burning a man to death. He didn't really need to stick around for that. He could just like light him on fire and just fuck off. And we'll see later that what happens is his murders of the female victims are, like they're pretty grisly. We went over that earlier, and that's an interesting detail. Like that's something of a character trait. It's not much, but it's a little more than nothing. My girlfriend works with kids who have the autism slip. As Rick's saying, you're in good company. I was professionally diagnosed when I was 16, which is like about 6 years ago right now. Could this forest world have been somewhere in this photo in Silent Hill? Yeah, so we got, well, there's a lot of autism here. Autism's a plague, unfortunately. A lot of us are afflicted with it. Dude, I'm about to match your shots. You want to play shot for shot with me, man? Like, I think that's a bad idea because I'm live right now, but... yeah, see, it's a power and a curse. That's the thing. We have powers in certain areas, but we're kind of, like, limited in other areas. So, there's a rumor that something weird happened at the amusement park near this lighthouse a few years back, but nobody knows the truth. Let's talk about the events of Silent Hill 3. Bad idea for you. Apparently, it's super rare to have a sunny day in Silent Hill. Yeah, like, I'm turning 23 in a little bit here. Yeah, I'm currently 22. Like, in like a month and like 2 months from now, I'm gonna be 23. So, I guess I was just lucky to show up on that day, I guess. Yeah, a lot of people like are surprised that I'm kind of young. A lot of people are kind of surprised about that. It's because I sound like I'm a 30-year-old boomer with my horrible, disgusting phlegm voice. Who's there? Go away. I'm pretty sure this one is the scene where it's like, what's his name?
This is the superintendent.
Frank's on Henry?
Help me! There's something wrong with
yeah,
this room.
Walter, you and me, buddy. I agree with you.
Let me out of here!
I won't go into like my whole experience with the autism because obviously, like, I don't think anybody wants to know. I wrote into like a web show about that. It was pretty embarrassing. I was drinking at that time.
What's going on here?
Because that's how I was during this last year. I've cut back significantly though, so you know what? Like, I've cut back pretty hard. I'm very proud of myself in that regard. I do not have a problem. Good for me. Yeah, so this is the scene saying, like, the superintendent has all the master keys to the rooms, but he's like, oh, I can't unlock this door. Oh, spooky supernatural. Doom, stop being young. Give me time. You don't believe that I have the tism? I mean, like, I could show you the papers. I guess I could like edit out some of my like former address information on them, but I think around here I got the fucking papers that I had for that somewhere.
That's how.
But yeah, apparently I am tism to the bone.
It's the same one as back then.
I'd believe it just based on like my social shit. Like, I mean, I go on about my dating life, and like I did that in the Doom stream for fuck's sake. God damn it, I'm. Like, I go on about my stupid bullshit live, but fuck it, we're on a train here. How much items I got? Let's put you away. I don't think everyone's on the spectrum. That's not true. Like, to my knowledge, specifically the way like neurotransmitters and the way a person with autism in their mind, like the way neurotransmitters work, it's actually like tangibly different. The way like a person like me would my brain activity would be compared to your brain activity, Bob. Because I'm assuming you don't have autism. I'm just assuming anyway, because like probably false of me to do so, but. Yeah, if Doom stops being young right now, he'll never catch up with us. Fucking watch me, baby. I can catch up. My stream is just that feel with no GF party. I came close, boys. I came fucking close like a month ago. I don't even know, man, how. I don't even fucking know. I fucked that one up last time. It went so well the first night, too. That's the crazy part. I just super botched it the second date. I have no idea how I fucked that up. Did I assume your tism? Yes, I did, Sweaty. Halfway there, Doomed, you can't run. I can run. You can't catch me. It's a pretty old building. So I'm pretty sure this is the one where we're going to get the lore detail. I got this photo from Sunderland, the superintendent. I heard his son and daughter-in-law disappeared in Silent Hills a few years back. So there you go. There's the whole link to Silent Hill 2 of James and Mary went missing, which furthers the interpretation of something involving James and Mary in Silent Hill 2 specifically. I won't talk about that here because we're not talking about Silent Hill 2, and I don't think any of you want to hear me cream my pants over how much I love Silent Hill 2 yet. So, give me time. I will build my sexual energy. Just bathe in the time piss. I come out, I'm an actual 50-year-old boomer. Yeah, I'm doomed, but not that doomed. Wait another year and a half and my younger sister is legal. I'm just gonna say, man, I think I've made my preferences known in every single stream, in every single comment, in every single video I've ever made. I think I've made my preferences known. Just saying. Yeah, I'm gathering energy. I'm charging. You're gonna love this. Watch. What you're seeing right now is this. What you're seeing right now is a doomed who has not coomed in quite a while. Who's not creamed in a while. But what you're seeing now is a dude who has stored his cream past that of a normal man. Yeah, don't worry. I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean, Jonathan. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I was just making gags. Must love the good Silent Hill games. Must know what a jump cancel is. If she doesn't know what a jump cancel is, get out. If you don't know how to jump cancel, get out of my life. Yeah, exactly. Walter's talking about how they both went missing at the same time. Obviously, like, we're not doing Silent Hill 2 yet. We're not doing that yet, so I won't talk about the specifics about what that implies, but it's genuinely one of the creepier lines in the game. I love it. Just vaguely being related to Silent Hill 2 makes it better. Oh, that is a dark fucking comment. It's foreskin! It's the foreskin monsters! Oh no! See, if you pay attention to that, those enemies represent the terror of being circumcised. Yeah, this town is full of monsters. How can you just sit there and talk about GFs? See, they said they were fine by themselves. Said an incel like me would just slow them down. Forget you. Alright, let's read this note. Something's written. I'm sick of being watched. I wonder what this guy did. Alright. Yeah, there's supposed to be mushrooms, because there's a comment we're gonna read later on about mushrooms and shit, so, whatever. Yeah, there's supposed to be mushrooms. Yeah, it's dumb.
Get me out.
Okay, so I like
Get me the
this.
hell out of here. Get me out. Get me the hell out of here. Get me out.
Say it, you bastard.
Get me the hell out of here. Get me out. Get me the hell out of here.
Say it, you fucker.
Get me out. Get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, get me out. Say it. Say the line.
He's gonna kill me. Walter's gonna kill me.
There we go. I like that. I like the little detail of everyone's scared about, everyone's terrified of Walter kind of slowly coming to him. I remember the Coomsock mushrooms. I don't want to remember them. Exactly. If she doesn't know what the good sound hills are, and she implies to me that 4 is one of the good ones, fucking just restraining order, get out of my life, get out of my face, get out of my business, get out of my everything. I don't even give a gosh darn who what she has to say. Get me out! Get me out of here! Alright, so we could run down the long way and deal with the wallmen. Or we could just go down this ladder here. So what's the point of having this as a long way around, you may ask? Well, the point is we're going to have a shitty boss fight here. And it's going to be really annoying. There we go, solved the problem. Alright, let's go. Now we're actually going to see one of the more interesting visual effects of this game in a second here. Yeah, this game is just drowning in foreskin imagery. Yeah, the fucking Nitrorad video. I've seen that Nitrorad video. I disagree with every single point he said. I think I made a good case for myself in my Silent Hill 4 video, not to shill it, but like, I don't understand the love this game gets. I know I'm being bitter right now, and if you... Okay, look. There we go. I can't even open it because it's so big. And it's like, I'm so tiny, I can't even fit in there. But when I run backwards, I get bigger again. He even moves at a brisk pace. God damn it, that's good. That's good. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's like the water prison, bro. It's like a big dick. Somewhere on the plate. To turn on the lights, the third floor, south, surround the water film, remember the water must flow in the direction of the water wheel, cars, no, open the sluice gate at the roof, blah, 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 blah. Bam, I got the key. I'm a cool guy, got my key. I'm just gonna run away from these bugs. Go away, bugs, you suck. Yeah, you know what, like, again, I saw that Nitrorad review, I've seen... Yeah, the water prison's like a big dick, dude. This whole game's like a gigantic penis. Yeah, you get those pizza rolls, man. Get those pizza rolls. Achieve your pizza roll dreams. Alright, let's go over here. So, you know what? Let's go in here. Oh no, don't go in the hole. We gotta read the note. Sloppily written note. To get the surveillance rooms in the middle of the complex, you have to use the course disposal chutes in the cells. However, on the list in the first floor, these cells are locked. That's so the kids couldn't discover them. Once you have to get to the first floor from one of the cells to the floor, no, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Rick is Rick's a Janny. He does it for free. I mean, granted, I'm kind of a Janny. I play that role on a regular basis, so I do it for free, boys. That's fine. Did I get another message on Discord? What the fuck? Yes, I did. I will look at that in a second, my man. My IRL bro said, yo, I got a message for you on Discord. It's like, I can't look at it, bro. I'm playing Silent Hill 4. I'm, like, in horrible pain because I'm playing Silent Hill 4 again. And I found myself in this situation. Actually, you know, I hate the sound of my own voice, so I'm not going to go over the VOD again. But, what's this? Oh my god, the TV's on. I'm so scared. I don't remember turning this on. Oh my god, it's scary.
And now the news. Yesterday, Wally the Walrus, a longtime resident of the Springfield Zoo, gave birth to a healthy baby walrus pup named Buttercup.
Wally the
Mother and
Walrus
child are
gave
doing
birth,
just fine.
everybody. Yay!
Did you see the image? I have not. I haven't gone on Discord yet. I could probably do that right now, actually. Look at it. 1 minute here. 1 minute. Let's go check Discord, everybody. This is the most thrilling live stream details ever. Yay! Alright, let's go check this out. What's up? What's up? What we got? What we got, baby? What we got? Alright, load. That chicken was designed to have a plump fat ass. What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck? I stopped my stream to react to my buddy's shit right now. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm reacting live. I don't even know if he's listening. I don't even care. Just what the fuck? That is insane. Let's get my chat back up. Let's get the PSX back up. Do a shot? Yeah, fuck yeah, man. 1 minute. 1 minute, man. We'll do it live. Let's get this Tennessee whiskey. Also, I'm seeing that walrus foreskin mind in there. You know, I saw it. Okay, so you know what, Slip? Bombs up, my friend. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, so apparently my friend just beat Doom Eternal on Ultra Nightmare. And I haven't even beaten it on Nightmare yet, so he's completely outclassing me right now. Holy shit. So lately I've been feeling like my life is in serious danger. I've been through a lot in my life, but I've never felt this kind of pure animal fear. In case something happens to me, I decided to write down what I've learned to whoever you are that's living in the apartment now. So this is from Joseph to our friend Henry. I've been investigating the mass murder that took place 7 years ago, in which 10 people were killed in 10 days. They were killed in a variety of ways, but the one thing they had in common was that each corpse had the following numbers in order of their deaths carved into them. So you can see the numbers there. The name of their killer was carved in as well. His name was Walter Sullivan. See, this is good. This is genuinely pretty interesting stuff right now. Like, the pacing of this is... I thought I was living in fear because... because, like, they beat Doom before I did. Okay, no, I beat Doom. I just didn't beat it on Ultra Nightmare. I haven't even beaten a regular nightmare yet. Yeah, like, even ultra violence is kind of rough in this game. Like, I saved over it and just did a quick run on Hurt Me Plenty, just because I wanted to get footage for something I'll do in a bit here. And even Hurt Me Plenty is, it's not hard. Like, I didn't game over, but, like, it's more tough than 2016 was. It's quite surprising. So his name is Walter Sullivan, April 4th. Okay, so, again, I like the presentation of the lore here, where it's, like, slowly kind of revealing bits of the plot very deliberately. And we're going to get to probably my biggest issue, though, and that issue... Actually, it's going to be, like, 2 streams from now, because we're going to do this whole fucking thing. We're going to be donezo, baby. We're gonna do it all. You can't stop me. Eternal on Nightmare is just brutal. I love it. I'm glad to hear it. Nightmare is the best way to play Doom 2016. Unless you're on console, then Ultra Nightmare, because I cannot imagine without the mouse and keyboard. But, sorry, Ultra Violence to Ultra Nightmare, that'd be fucked up. But, come on. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Okay, no, hold up. Did I not get the key? Did I, like, pick up a note? Or... No, hold on. We'll see if I put the key back, because I haven't paid attention. I've been reading chat and talking bullshit, but... Did I not get the fucking key? I'm very much looking forward to my Nightmare playthrough, because, like, one thing that I like about Doom Eternal so far is it gives you more options, just in terms of defensive stuff. Like, once you kind of... I mean, there's some little things I don't like, but once you kind of get a groove of things, you are just rocking it. Just loving it. Yeah, it's significantly harder than 2016. And I don't know if it's always a good thing. Like, I don't like the boss fights very much. I think the bosses are just kind of annoying compared to 2016, where every boss fight was a knockout in that game. Like, they're all great. They're the best first-person shooter boss fights by a wide margin. I didn't pick up the fucking key. How did I not? No, enter the hole, you bastard. Man, I don't know. And what is the point of circumcision? A secret code? Who knows? I mean, obviously I can't read Jonathan's answer, because, like, YouTube's gonna kick my ass, but... Maybe it's like a clubhouse. Maybe it's the kind of thing where, like, if you get, like, a circumcision, you can kind of start getting to a secret clubhouse, like, kind of like Stonecutters. I don't know. I wouldn't know, because I am hood for life, you know? I got my little peen hood, and it's there for life. And ain't nobody gonna stop that. This is the most disgusting conversation we've ever had. I think we should stop this right now. Yeah, of course, I didn't pick up the key because I picked up the note. Fuck off. Fuck you, video game. 4-kilometer long foreskin. No thank you. I'm just gonna pretend like that's not real. Just gonna run up here. Just gonna run back up here. What about butthole hair? What is the point of butthole hair? Making the call? Wait, he bought? The butthole hair conversation I don't think was that bad. Oh, yeah, Wes comes back in time for the water prison. Here's the thing, Wes. The water prison sucks, but we haven't actually seen why the water prison sucks yet. We haven't seen the real shit. Okay, kid ran on paper. I peed my pants. I gotta wash it so nobody finds out. Saw a shadow. I think somebody's watching me. So the idea of this is that this is a panopticon. Panopticon in real life is a prison concept that is fucking terrifying, and it's a violation of human rights. All that bad stuff. Oh, more foreskins. Oh no. Eat that. Moving at a brisk pace through you. I stole that from Slip, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm a joke thief. I'm a regular Amy Schumer over here. Bird talks about her periods. I don't think that's as bad as talking about butthole hairs. I don't know, man. Butthole hairs are pretty bad. I've been watching the surveillance room's peephole the whole time, and sometimes he's there. I can tell because I see the shadow move or hears footsteps. Yeah, like, I will honestly say I don't think this is the worst run of the water prison yet. We haven't gotten to the real bit. Oh, man. Picking my nose a lot. Okay, yeah, just great graffiti. Yeah, she'll talk about butthole hairs. Oh, I mean, if she's got a theory about butthole hairs, about why they're still there, I'd like to know, because I'm still contemplating this dramatic philosophical issue. Okay, great, I got every door. Why doesn't you wake up? Change. There we go, thank you. Alright, so no, the real problem is that, okay, so you see these ladders that you can go up? Rick, you've missed nothing important. You just missed to talk about foreskin and butthole hairs, that's all. But you see this long way around? This long, winding way around with bugs on it that constantly tackle you. And it's annoying. You hear that shit? Oh look, I can go through the door. The ladder led here. Yeah, it's almost like it would just be easier if I took the ladder, right? Yeah, exactly. It's very similar to Yick. You miss everything, and you miss nothing. But the issue is... we're gonna see later. Oh, not there. We're gonna... Let's go. Let's go. You think you're a man? You think you're tough? You think you scare me? Eat it. So, while this enemy's cool, we're seeing the biggest problem with the combat system. It's just abuse the iframes. Just like walk up and kaboom! Eat that hit. Come on, come get me. Why are you running? Why are you running? Kick your ass. Uh-oh. Video games aren't a waste of time, but Silent Hill 4 might be an exception. Come on, let's go. Think you're a man? Eat it. Come on. Kick your ass. See, this is the biggest problem with the combat system, is that it's really easy, it's just tedious. Is that I'm just waiting to abuse the iframe. Like, look. There we go. Eat paint, everybody. You know what? That's a sponsored message from me. Like, look at this. Look at this annoying ass combat system. There we go. Finally. God damn. Enemies are so bulky and fast. Yeah, you've just been waiting the whole time. You haven't even 6 search on your game yet. That's a bad feel, man. I've been there. But I disagree. This has terrible level design because it's just a big circle. Come and get me. Come and get me, you son of a bitch. I'm waiting for you. I just don't think this is good level design at all, because, like, on one hand, it's just a big circle with a bunch of rooms in it that are identical to each other. It looks drab as shit. Like, again, if this was the only level that looked like this, that'd be fine. But it's not. Every level kind of looks like this, except for one, and we'll get to that when we get there, but... And then look at this enemy! Come back here! Get back here and fight! See, I get the idea, Jonathan. I get the idea, but you will see. You will see why the water prison sucks ass. Just not now. now is not the time for the moment of reckoning of the water prison, for why it is the worst level. Why it is the worst goddamn level in the entire goddamn game. I'm glad you like Dead by Daylight, because it's better than this shit. Now it looks like I'm sleeping. Oh, footsteps whenever you saw me. Oh my god, it's like clothes here. It's like environmental storytelling and shit, but it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually fucking matter because this entire game is told from an unreliable narrator's point of fucking view. So we don't actually know if this is accurate. I don't know if I agree with that, Josh. I actually don't really like the atmosphere of this game, just because, like, visually, I think, like, the visual presentation and the pacing is a big part of the atmosphere of, like, 1 to 3, and I don't think 4 is very good for that, if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh shit, more foreskins. Yeah, horror games are the perfect time to talk about period bloat and foreskins. Is period bloat that bad? I don't know, I've never talked to anyone about this. I mean, I don't think it actually affects your weight or anything. It's probably just like a stomach protrusion. I mean, I don't think it, like, outside like water weight, maybe it might, but even then, like, I don't think it's really going to be that bad unless you're like, already kind of teetering on being overweight anyway. But, I don't know. I'm in trouble. I stood in front of the surveillance room and yelled as loud as I could, but nobody came. It's a diary. We had beef stew yesterday in the cafeteria. Heard there's a death chamber behind the kitchen, and they take meat straight from the dead people and cook it. That really scared me. And I completely agree. The water prison is one of the worst levels in a video game I've ever seen, specifically just for the second half of it. And we'll talk about that later. God damn, it's gonna get rough. Clothesline here. The second half of this game's gonna be rough, boys. It's gonna be a night. Oh, we're not gonna get to that tonight though. We've been going for like 2.5 hours. You can probably stop in a little bit here. What if it looked like a pregnant Billy? Haha, JK, unless. You know, I've never understood the pregnancy fetish, but I don't understand a lot of fetishes. But then again, I don't think anybody understands mine either, so I can't really judge anybody. Now can I? So let's just turn this valve like it's RE2. Yeah, like, honestly, like, this isn't good so far. This is, like, I say, like, for every reason I talked about my review, I've been bitching about for a little bit. Why not 8? Like, Sticky Rick, you don't want to be up that long hearing me complain about Silent Hill 4. You don't want that, mate. And I'm just gonna go down the ladder, because I did it. So I'm a cool guy. It's kind of like a, yeah, pregnancy's kind of like a BBW fetish. No, I don't. Should have gone down, my bad. It's kind of like a BBW kind of fetish, which, okay, fair enough, but, like, I've heard other people say that fetish is mental illness, and I'm inclined to agree, but, you know, that's just, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's like, it's so hyper specific. Like, why? I don't know. Like, I'm inclined to think, like, if that's the kind of partner you enjoy, like someone putting their health at like that much of a risk. I gotta say, if you are an architect, go to a therapist. You need some help, dude. Like, there's something fucky with you. And even if you have a consensual partner, well, there's something fucky with them too, because that is extremely dangerous behavior. I don't care if it's two consenting adults. That's get psychological help kind of material. But we're getting into really dark topics this stream. This has been extremely dark so far. Yeah, it's like, it's a kind of obsession. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think if it's a point where you can only get into stuff if you're in a hyper specific interest. Like, I think you gotta talk to somebody, man. Like, okay, so she's just ingested a bunch of Joker laughing gas and just going berserk. Yeah, we're playing psychological horror. Pierce Brosnan did. Okay, Dave, I didn't know you were actually Pierce Brosnan's alt account. I didn't know that. So it's supposed to be Frank Sunderland arguing with another tenant in the hall, but we can't see it. It's a form of assisted suicide, I guess, but then you gotta question, like, assisted suicide itself, and that's an entire debate I really don't want to get into on this channel, but I don't know, like, I question a lot of the, why are all the best architects men? I don't know if that's true, just based on the kind of stuff I've heard from the females saying. I don't know if that's entirely true. I just think chicks are way better at hiding it. I think that's like serial murder. I think architects are a form of long-form serial murder. It's just they're doing it with food and unhealthy habits. And I think... yeah, I think it's kind of screwed up. That's just my stance on things. Now, it's like, oh fuck yeah, I gotta go to the top. I'm botching it, boys. I'm botching the stream. Like, yeah, I guess. Like, if you just like someone who's kinda overweight, then like, fine, whatever. Like, not gonna be too bad. But if the whole thing is like actual. Like, what the architect meme actually paints Piers being. Like, if that actually is your thing, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just get help. Okay, so, let's go in here. This stream got fucking dark, man. I don't know. Like, this got pretty grim. I think we gotta get less grim. I think we gotta like, be happy guys, happy dudes, having happy times, talking about happy things. But Silent Hill 4 is not a happy thing. I think that's why I got dark, because I'm in a not great headspace talking about this Silent Hill 4. Alright, let's go through here. Yeah, I guess, like, the Pierce thing could just be a meme. I don't know. There's some questionable things about Pierce as a man, but that's just me. That could be true. Maybe we're just being wrong. Maybe his love is just so pure that the body types are relevant. What the fuck, man? Zombies. They're fucking zombies. That's all I can say about that. Like, people into that stuff, people who do that kind of stuff, they're zombies. Like, they just consume shit. That's it. I struggle to look at that and see a spark of human life. Like, holy fuck, that's disgusting. It's like, oh, but they're not harming anyone. Fuck you. Oh, this stream is getting really fucking dark, man. God damn. This place continues to deteriorate. The doors to a number of cells no longer open. As a result, the kids inside can no longer go outside, but the less they know about that, the better. I can't open the doors, but from this room I can watch them get more and more emaciated each day with no food, and they never shower themselves. They turn to smelly, gray little lumps in there. Following the suggestion of the engineer who disposed of the corpses by digging a hole below the cells, since each floor of this building can be rotated independently, we can dispose of the bodies without the others noticing by aligning each cell of the body in vertically. P.S. Chief, I bet you're just dying to see the interrogation room behind the kitchen. I understand your feelings. Have you noticed? They're in 3 rooms with bloody beds. One's on the first floor, one's on the second, one's on the third, and if you line those 3 rooms up, then it's a bingo. Jackpot. But yeah, again, like, this is just the puzzle solutions is plain English. So, like, clever writing my ass. Alright, so we gotta line these bloody beds up. Yeah, this is the Dark Souls of stream conversation. It's dark and it's hard and heavy. Silent Hill Downpour, my thoughts on it. I think that is the absolute worst game in the series. I think that's bar none the worst Silent Hill game. And the defense force that game has now baffles me to my core. That is the worst one. Like bar none. Bar none, that's the worst one. Yeah, like, I gotta be honest, like, I think Downpour is straight up the worst game in the mainline series, not including the HD collection. If we include HD collection in the conversation, I think HD collection takes the cake as the worst Silent Hill game, because it's so incompetent and so disgustingly put together that I cannot possibly look at that. Yeah, okay, that's the one we want to line up. Groovy. Alright, I mean, okay, fair enough. Like, if you like it, that's cool. Like, there's some... it's the same thing I said at the end of my Silent Hill 4 review, and what I'm not saying here. Yeah, okay, see, we got two people that like Downpour, so it's like... it's the kind of thing I said at the end of the Silent Hill 4 video, and I'll say again here. You guys are seeing something I'm not. Like, you guys see... There's something about Downpour that, like, impacts you. It grabs you, and, it's, it's something there works, is what I'm saying. Something there works for you in a way it does not for me, and that's fine. Like, I know, like, obviously we're joshing you, like, we're just, kind of, like, ribbing you, saying, like, oh, I like bad games, too, like... But my point is, if you guys like Downpour, that's fine. I like to hear why. I would enjoy, like, people explaining why they like Downpour. The same way I like listening to reviews of Silent Hill 4, why people like Silent Hill 4. It's just, like, in my money, Downpour is the epitome of everything I did not like in the Western Silent Hill games put into a single package. And in my opinion, it's the worst one. Not including the HD collection, which I'll disagree with Wes, because it is, at the end of the day, a shitty port, but it's the only port. That's my issue. Like, every other port is going to set you back so much money. This was the way to play Silent Hill 2 and 3. And it's the most botched version. Like, it's not just a shitty port, it is the shitty port. It is the benchmark of how bad a shitty port can get. The absolute worst port I have ever seen in my life. It is astonishing how awful it is. And another thing is, like, it's just the build up to it, like, with the voice acting and all the, like, controversy surrounding that, with the way Tom Hewlett would talk about it. Now, originally, like, apparently they're supposed to rewrite the entire script of Silent Hill 2, and they rewrote sections of the script of Silent Hill 3, and just how lazy the thing was put together, how insulting the staff working on it were, just... When you have, like, the voice director of the HD collection, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who, if you're familiar, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is actually extremely talented. She's a phenomenal voice actress. She's a phenomenal voice director. But there was just something up with her on this day with Silent Hill HD collection. She just was not in a good mood making it, because it is the most petty insult of everything the original cast did. She's just blatantly talking shit about all the original cast members. Blatantly talking shit about the original game script, which apparently Tom Hewlett was gonna rewrite from the ground up, which is a fucking joke and a half right there. So, we'll see. This one turns left. So we'll try turning it left and see if that goes where I want it to go. And every time, you get a cutscene. You gotta skip it, because it's dumb. No, okay, so we'll just turn it left, how many more times? 3 more times, okay. No, fuck off. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like, for the longest time, like, that was the way. Like, fortunately, we have the fan-made PC ports now, but for the longest time, like, that was the way. And it was the most disgusting possible way I've ever seen. And for me, like, for my money, that's the worst Silent Hill game, far. Nothing has dropped the ball quite as much as the HD collection. It is absolutely pathetic. But if we're talking like original games, it's Downpour. Like, I think Downpour is the absolute worst one. Yeah, the PC port is doing stuff. Yeah, like, that's a very good question. Like, how much of that is marketing, where explicitly staff are saying talk shit about the original staff, talk shit about the old Silent Hill games. And that's a fair point, because, again, I've said before, I like Mary Elizabeth Winstead's work. I think she's extremely talented at what she does. She has a history with the series, too. She has been involved with every Silent Hill game since 3. She sings most of the female vocal songs. So she has a history with this franchise. I don't know what was going on with the HD collection. It just, like, everyone was put in a bad situation. I don't know, like, that's just my stance on it, but whatever. Okay, so we'll just turn that to the right twice, and it should be good. And bam, there we go. But yeah, like, oh, we did it. He's free, yay. But like I was saying, if you guys like Downpour, that's perfectly reasonable. Again, like, if you like Silent Hill 4, for all the shit I'm talking about right now, that's perfectly reasonable. I just want to hear why. I find those discussions so interesting, because, like, there's something here and there's something in Downpour that I'm just not seeing. And that's interesting to me. And that's one of the things I love about talking about, just like, yeah, fuck, I'll say it, like, just talking about art in general. I love talking about, like, why people see things that I don't. Absolutely fascinating. But, you know, that's just me. That was a long rant we just went on about subjectivity and media interpretation. Goddamn.
Make me inside. Make me stay in there. God, please. Come on, let me out of here. So I didn't die in here.
So this guy's he's kind of scared shitless of this little kid.
I'm telling you.
Bye.
Walk away.
I find it interesting how it's like, now that I'm wearing headphones for this, I can actually kind of hear what he's saying, but it's not a subtitle. That's kind of interesting. It's actually legible dialogue. That's fascinating.
His name's Walter. Walter Sullivan. I used to.
I felt like Dave was talking for a second. Haha, yeah,
I'm Andrew DeSantis. They tried to make it seem like an orphanage.
That's funny. We're not the same person. Haha. We're not actually the same.
And that kid Walter, he was really into that mumbo jumbo.
We're not the same entity. We're not like a split personality.
Scary.
Haha. Haha.
Oh God.
Best way to clinch a good rant. Okay. All right, slip. All right, buddy.
God.
All right, one minute here.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, Jonathan. I'll answer what a panopticon is in a second here. It's just duty calls.
Oh my God.
A minute. Don't know if you guys heard that. All right, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a go. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're surrounded by foreskin monsters again. We're just gonna leave here now. And so, because we can't just go through that door, that would just be too convenient for us, we're gonna have to go the long way around. So a panopticon is a type of prison design. I forget the gentleman. Yeah, the floor penises. I don't even care about that. We're just gonna leave. Yeah, we gotta run. They're terrifying. Panopticon is it's a type of prison concept where essentially it's a spire in the center, and every cell is positioned around it. So think of it like a smaller circle, like a smaller pillar, and a larger cylinder around it. where every cell is surrounded by on the outside being looked upon by the center pillar. And in the center pillar is the guard towers, but they would be through one-way glass. So the idea is, eventually, like, the prisoners will never know when the guards are looking at their cell specifically. So eventually, with the paranoia of possibly being monitored, the prisoners will start to self-regulate themselves. Oh, it went up too high. 1 second here. But the prisoners start self-regulating themselves for the possible threat of being monitored. That is a panopticon. It is, it's something like even the creator of the panopticon himself regretted later in his life. And a lot of comparisons have been made to the way surveillance works now and the panopticon design of a prison. It's not entirely inaccurate. Yeah, Walter, what the hell is going on? What is going on? I am Henry Townsend. I am the main character. I am the one professional voice actor hired for this game. And apparently, like, I don't blame the voice cast a yeek, but goddamn, man. Oh, more of them. They're everywhere. It's a question of horror media appreciation and cultural background. For example, the fact that something that's less explained can be seen as lazy or creepy. That's true. Like, a lot of people can see a lack of explanation as something interesting. A lot of people can see it as just unfilling. Who knows? For me, it's like, it's not the lack of information I don't like. It's inconsistent. I like consistency. And as we'll talk about probably in the stream tomorrow, because we're probably going to wrap it up in a bit here. Yeah, it's been almost 3 hours. We're gonna wrap this shit up pretty soon, but watchfulness placard, placard from the water prison world. It shows an eye and it says watchfulness. All right, what's the code? Of course, it's 0302. Boom. Room 302. Fucking brilliant, right? But yeah, I can definitely see what you're coming from on that. Downpour, for me, like, my problem with Downpour has never been vagueness. It's just been, I don't think it's well executed. And the same thing problem here is that I think all these concepts are fascinating, but they're extremely poorly handled. And it's pretty clear how rushed this game was, too. So, yeah, so that's my stance on it. I can kind of understand that explanation too, Jonathan. It's like, I kind of like the idea of something being explained outside of media to give you that answer if you want the direct answer. But otherwise, you know, you can just let it be something vague. Silent 4, like, okay, so the number thing, fair enough. That personally never bothered me. Like, I made fun of it here just because, like, we're shooting the shit in chat and talking trash, but my problem with Silent 4 is not stuff like that, where it's just kind of vaguely unexplained. My problem is, like, major plot details are just not explained in this game, and if they are explained, they're explained very poorly. It's like, okay, Walter's resurrection. Porque? It's like nothing in the lore of Silent Hill ever stated that straight up human resurrection was possible, or even spiritual resurrection. And if the question is, okay, if that's not possible, is Walter even Walter? If that makes any sense. Is he something like Lisa from the first game, or Maria, you know, spoilers for Silent Hill 2 in the second game, where he is not even Walter Sullivan the man, he is the idea of Walter Sullivan given a new life in the other world, in the spiritual world of Silent Hill. And if that's the case, how the fuck is it affecting Henry Townsend, who is nothing and no one, has no connection to Walter or Silent Hill or anything like that? I don't know. Like, there's just a lot of details about this game's plot that are just, like, ham-fisted, poorly written. Like, the entire retcon of Walter's existence in the cult in the first place is, like, is either the backup plan or even the plan A of the whole birth god thing. That's poorly handled. The translation of the book translated memories with all the stuff from Silent 4 detailing the victims' murders doesn't help. there's just a lot here that is, like, I think the problem with Silent Hill 4 is that it's too ambitious. It is way too ambitious for its own good. That's the problem with this game, is that it's wanting to tell too many stories, too many ideas, and it doesn't focus. This is why I think Silent Hill 4 would have been better if it wasn't a Silent Hill game. If it was just about a supernatural Freddy Krueger style serial killer and expanded from there. Would have been better off, but again, the game was rushed, everything else like that, so even if it was its own thing, it probably would have suffered from the same problems, just based on the rushed factor that I personally believe it was, but whatever. Yeah, it has the Event Horizon core. You know what? Fair enough. The game gets an extra point score because it's got that Event Horizon circle thing. That's fucking sick. And that's cool. Okay, so I guess they haven't changed the text on the pictures yet. Whatever. Yeah, I haven't seen Quiet Place, so I can't comment on that. But yeah, like something like Quiet Place where it's like a little detail. Isn't explained. Oh, new paper. Let's check. What is that? Unironically, what is that? Yeah, okay, we don't need eyes. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll save. We'll call it here. We'll do this all tomorrow. Yeah, fuck it. Like, if no one's got plans for tomorrow, I'll do stuff tomorrow. Holy hell, we're almost at 2 hours. This is bad. Like, I was done the apartment world by this time. Holy shit. Sloth 3. Okay, just remember for next time. Yeah, so that is Silent Hill 4. I'll pause, just get rid of that noise. That is the bunny from Silent Hill 3. That is Robbie the Rabbit, who's kind of a bit of a pseudo mascot for the series. Not as much as Pyramid Head, but, I think he's a better one. Just because, like, Pyramid Head is so context specific. But, yeah, that's Silent Hill 4 Mid-Depth, Part 1. Assuming no one wants to stream tomorrow. I don't think anyone's got that. Wes is taking the week off because Hideo Kojima drained his soul, and he needs to recover. But, yeah. That's part 1 of Silent Hill 4 Mid-Depth. I mean, I've had like fucking 6 or 7 shots right now, so I'm just gonna chill out for the rest of the night. And yeah, we ended before the after the 3-hour mark. That's cool. That's fine. Thank you everyone for turning out. Hope I wasn't too irritating by just kind of bitching and moaning the whole time, which I want to do with Silent Hill. Yeah, I gotta binge Ozark Season 3 like a Chad. Fair enough, man. Death Stranding killed you. You became a PT. Well, that's a fate I can't wish on everyone. But yeah, good night, boys. Thanks for joining me. I hope it wasn't too obnoxious. We'll probably be joining again tomorrow, and we'll just continue. I'll finish the rest of my fucking mini Jack bottle. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.